Well. Howdy I do. Actually, yep. Just make sure that's all working. I did watch this stream at work. Um, I've got time in the fucking day. Um, I might try. I'm not sure. I might try taking my laptop and streaming this at some point this week, but no promises because all I've got is my data Wi-Fi connection. Yeah, it's currently charging, so that's all I've got when I'm at work at the moment. All right, I don't know. Let's get stuck in. I'm pretty sure we're just about ready to get going here, and it looks like we've got quite the crowd in. This was 11 hours ago, so yeah, it is today's hearings, but there was one or two that caught my eye out of it.
Thanks.
All right. Let's roll, nerds. All right. Good morning, everybody online. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Come on up.
Here we go.
Raquel?
Max.
Hi, Judge.
Yes, sir. What do you need, counsel?
Judge, I have an occupational license scheduled for Thursday. I just wanted to make sure the client needed to be here or whether.
I don't think so. You know, I just don't think so. Yeah, if you got all your documents in the row. Ramona, do we need the defendant here for an occupation?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, sorry, I'm wrong. Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Ramona.
Hey, Sally, you want some candy? Oh, you got some? If you run out, let me know. I've got a lot more for you. Okay, Max, who do you have here?
Everyone
Raquel
loves
Russell.
Ramona.
Great. Vic, you ready? Okay, this is page 20.
On page 25.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant's vehicle traveling 94 miles per hour in a 65-mile-per-hour zone. The officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant admitted to the officer that she had 2 drinks. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8.
I just want to say good on her for having counsel. Hang on. Let's try this again. Check 1, 2. Yep. No. Let's this mic. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yay, that's better. Oh man, sorry about that. I was using the webcam mic. Oh man, I do want to say good on her for having representation at the probable cause. That's a smart move. Even though she looks like she's one of them who could argue the law is out of date.
One leg stand, 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and breath was refused. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Felt like that went really fast. So the stop was for speeding.
For speeding, yes.
Then
And then after that, they had an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and she made an admission that she drank two beverages.
just an odor and admission of 2 beers. Any other indication of intoxication? I mean, slurred speech, bloodshot eyes.
I know that while the SFSTs were, this is for the gyms, while the SFSTs were being conducted, she was not understanding, like the officer to explain, I think at least 4 times, the instructions for the walk and turn, the 1-leg stand. He also noticed that I think she took off her boots for the 1-leg stand. She was stumbling when she was taking them off. So there were other signs that the officer.
That's what I want. I mean, an odor, not even a strong odor at that, you know? And then you just have an admission of 2 beers. You don't know what time. Was it over a 12-hour span? You know, there's no accident here. There's no, is she a Spanish speaker?
I believe so, Your Honor.
I don't see any indication of that.
And if I may, I've been doing DWIs for 10 years and I don't understand the instructions most of the time.
As far as I can tell, the officer also just demonstrated it to her, I mean, which is per, you know.
But
Procedure for
right, I
SFSTs,
get the SFSTs, but I mean, to even get to the SFSTs, right? You have to show something that there's some indicia of intoxication. Here, all we have is an odor and admission of 2 beers. That's not enough. An odor of alcohol in and of itself is insufficient.
Oh, it'd be more than sufficient if she was on probation or on bond. An odor is fine to pick someone up and bring them back to court if they're on probation or bond. But when you pull them over with shit driving, you smell the odor or ask if they've been drinking today and they admit they're having a couple of beers. Just maybe put her on the breath analyzer. Might have been a good move for this officer, but yeah, I don't know. That's America, mate. More specifically, it's fucking Texas.
But
Yeah.
it seems that this stop occurred at 2 a.m. and she made a statement that she stopped drinking at 12 a.m. So we have a 2-hour period between when she's finished drinking and then
Alcohol.
Hang on. I know someone who's literally just put down a beer can, stumbled out the door, for half a mile down the road, gets pulled over by the cops for drinking, and last drink I had was at 11 p.m. last night. Boo. Shit. They all do it, though. They all do it.
Dissipates every 1 hour, an alcoholic drink dissipates from your system.
she still had the odor in addition to that statement.
All right, I'm going to find no probable cause.
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, be careful, you know, really. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's so easy to take a $20 Uber, literally push one button, you have a car waiting for you wherever you want to go in this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Right, please take a seat.
Yeah, that was a bit. Okay, they didn't have enough evidence on the HD and walk, one leg stand and walk and turn because she was inebriated and incoherent. That speaks to me like she had more beer than she let on, and it speaks to me like it was more recent than she let on. Man, Judge Fleisher, get it together, mate. That just, yeah. That just didn't seem right. So I could have half a dozen beers, admit to having maybe one or two, and get off like this? Not in New Zealand. In New Zealand, at the roadside, they don't make you do the walk and turn to one leg stand or the freaking gaze test. They make you blow into a blinking tube, and if that machine shows red or shows over 0.4, which is a 400 reading, you end up going to the station for the bigger breath test, and if you refuse that, it becomes a blood test. And it's got to be one or the other. You don't get out DUI too easily in New Zealand, or DWI, whatever it is. The fact that he just let it go, that's pandering. Doesn't sit well with me, but yeah, it's his decision in the long run.
Your Honor.
Hey, good morning, counsel.
How are you?
What's new? What's new?
Just, I
You have
got,
an arraignment?
we've got an arraignment, yes, sir.
If you call your client up.
Yes, sir. Noah Montgomery.
Page 19.
Okay.
Don't see this all year too often at arraignments. Congrats to the young man for having a lawyer.
You were Noah Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 27, 2024, the officer dispatched to a residence in reference to a criminal mischief in Harris County, Texas. After the initial investigation, the officer had found the defendant had left the residence, walked several streets over, and vandalized the complainant's motor vehicle. The defendant damaged the driver's side mirror by using hands to pull on and break the mirror in several places. The defendant used a knife to strike the windshield in a stabbing motion, causing damage. The damage was approximately $1,000. The complainant's daughter showed the officer a text where the defendant admitted he damaged the motor vehicle and planned on damaging the motor vehicle again in the future. The defendant was found at his residence and a bent kitchen knife was located next to him on the ground.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So what was the relationship, Alex?
Relationship, they are neighbors, Your Honor.
Just neighbors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have any kind of allegation of alcohol or any kind of dope usage?
No, Your Honor.
Never? Okay.
No allegation.
Mr. Montgomery, like I said, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go within 200 feet of where this person lives or where this person works, not to be in possession of weapons and not to have any contact with them. Do you understand? If I find that you violate this condition, I will put you in jail in a moment's notice. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand? How old are you, sir?
It's further into, Judge, I'm inquiring about the location of his residence, just to make sure it's not within the 200 feet. Is it more than that?
Less.
It's less than 200 feet?
She live there, straight over.
If it's a street over, you're probably gonna be okay, I would think.
How old are you?
17, Judge.
What do you do in life?
In school?
Where do you go to school?
Clear Lake.
High school? I'm gonna send you for a drug test right now. I wanna know what, if anything, is in your system. If you have any kind of dope in your system, it stops today. Do you understand?
Yeah, he's got dope in his system. That much is clear. It's weed.
If I find that you're smoking any kind of marijuana, using any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? It is now also a bond condition that you stay in school and that you also graduate. If I find that you're ducking out of school and you're not going, you'll be doing homeschooling with me in custody. You're going to graduate, you're going to get your high school diploma one way or the other. And if it's that you got to stay with me to get it done, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? Okay. So counsel, I'm going to send him for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in his system, and then we'll have him come back. And then, do you have anywhere else to go?
Not clear this morning, Judge.
So let's do this. Leave me your cell phone. I will text you. You can always zoom in, that we can just go. And then I just want to know what's in his system. Zoom, I'll text you, zoom back on, and we can finish it up.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Stephen, do you need a pen? Okay, thanks. Take a seat for me in the jury box, sir. So I am, and so don't worry about filing conditions. I'm gonna have it monitored so that he's not using.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. This is your cell phone?
That is.
I'll text you when he's back.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
All right, next is page 13, Herrera, come on up. Yes.
Thirteen?
Yes.
Okay, first defendant without representation. Oh,
Is it Catarina Herrera? Ms. Herrera, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you can afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On October 28th, 2024, the officer was dispatched in reference to a possible intoxicated driver in Harris County, Texas.
this isn't her first offense either. She's been up against this court a couple times before.
The officer observed the defendant's vehicle failed to maintain a single lane, veer from one marked lane to another, nearly striking another vehicle, and the defendant's vehicle to be unnecessarily braking and then accelerating. The officer also observed the defendant's vehicle failed to signal a lane change in the left turn and failed to stop at the designated stopping line. The traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant stated she was returning home from the bar and admitted to consuming 2 mixed beverages of whiskey and Red Bull. The defendant urinated on her person and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.124 and 0.118.
All right, Ms. Herrera.
0.124 and 0.118. Whew. Hey, this time he's got breath evidence. She ain't getting away with this. It's full on probable cause.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? You speak English, right?
Yes, I just.
You're not allowed to drive. I'm going to have you sign a document with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care where you got to go, what you need to do.
Okay.
If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand?
Simple.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, man. How old are you, ma'am?
31.
What do you do for a living? You're a bartender.
Ooh.
That's why
I don't want to talk about the case. I only want to know, or if you're able to hire a lawyer, ma'am. Okay, we'll give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm gonna have you go to,
Okay, she's a bartender. Bartenders are known for having a wee drink before they exit the bar at night after it's all finished. Yeah. Oh, at least a good handful of the ones I know are.
up here to sign our document that you're not gonna drive at all. We're gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Fleisher for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. There's a lot of timing requirements, so don't wait a month or two to get your attorney. It's only gonna end up hurting you. All right, ma'am?
All right, Judge, the next one is page 25, Shaw, come on up.
Already on S? Or they're
I
not,
have two Spanish ones. I'm waiting on.
okay. Do we have a lot of THAs? Lori, you got my text? Mireles?
Yes. I don't have any way to get a contact.
I figured so. Okay, Shaw, that's
25,
right.
Yes.
Shaw.
You are Keon Shaw.
Yes.
Mr. Shaw, you're charged with fleeing a police officer. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 27, 2024, officer was conducting a routine patrol on Eldridge Parkway when he noticed the defendant's motor vehicle traveling at an unsafe speed, exceeding the posted 35-mile-per-hour zone. The vehicle then began driving in a suspicious manner by making a sudden left turn on the street and immediately parking on the left side of the road. When the vehicle noticed the officer's fully marked patrol vehicle passing, it immediately conducted a U-turn and got back on the main road. When officer continued to follow the defendant's vehicle, the vehicle again conducted a left turn and pulled into an alleyway. When the officer initiated his emergency equipment in an attempt to conduct a traffic stop, the defendant's motor vehicle passed multiple safe stopping points before finally coming to a stop after traveling 0.5 miles through a dark and empty parking lot.
Oh gosh. Where's the probable cause in that shit?
What was he doing wrong?
The officer, he was originally traveling at an unsafe speed exceeding the speed limit, 35 miles. He was exceeding that speed limit.
By how much?
Let me see the DMs if he specified.
Officer better specified how much he was exceeding the speed limit by. Otherwise, that's just no probable cause. I can see that one plain as day, and if that's how a judge rules, I will agree with it because it's not pandering this time. There's no cause. Like, yeah.
Your Honor, he did not specify. It was just an unsafe speed exceeding the limit. And then
Nothing's unsafe to me.
And then he began driving, according to the officer, in a suspicious manner, making sudden turns and then stopping on the side of the road and then getting back on the road once the officer passed. So
Anything illegal with that? You know?
I believe
How about a minimum of dangerous driving? Making sudden explicit turns, pulling over on the side of the road and then taking off in a reckless manner towards and eventually pulling over in a petrol station or gas station. How about unsafe driving instead of the speed?
Conclusory statement. We need to have like a workshop on how to write ORs, man, for real. You know, everything in this office report is conclusory, suspicious, aloysius. You know, is he driving while black?
Judge, would you allow us just a few minutes to call the officer, just to see, we don't have an OR, we're just going off of the.
Sure,
tapes.
let's do this. I'm gonna have them, because I want to make sure if we find probable cause that it's really there. All right, so just hang tight for me. We're gonna have to do a little deeper dive. If you just mind taking a seat for me momentarily, okay? Okay. Don't leave, Mr. Shaw. Okay, who's next?
I think the judge actually did the right thing there. I'll put it nice if it's like they're focusing in on the speed. Honestly, I think his sudden erratic turns plus his driving to the petrol station, aka dangerous driving, might be a better angle to come from. But yeah, I wasn't this cop who wrote this.
So let's start THAs.
Okay, the next one, first one, Judge, is page 7, daily, come on up.
THA time. We'll come back to that last arraignment in a little bit. Oh my God, not Bumblebee L Bay.
Good morning, Mr. Daly.
Holy crap, it is L Bay. Sorry, it's Bumblebee. Who knew he had a different shirt with the same colours and pattern on it?
Do you have a lawyer today?
No,
Tell me what you're doing about that. What are you doing about that?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Have you spoken to anyone?
One boy, one.
How do you know you haven't even spoken to anyone? Huh?
I don't know.
You just keep saying, I don't know. Do you have a job?
No.
How do you get money?
He spews garbage online for money, Judge, and e-bags.
I was about to get hired on with a job last Monday. Got they turned down to the driver license, so I'm going to.
Of course he didn't have a driver's license. The guy's a self-set. He's trying to hide it here, but he's he's sovereign.
Go
Well,
face
thanks,
another
he is.
judge later on to see about getting community service so I can get that taken care of to get a job.
There are plenty of jobs that you can have that you don't need a license, though.
Applying. Nothing's happening.
How are you getting money to eat? How do you eat? So is it your girlfriend or is it your wife? No, it's not the same thing. It's not this. They're two totally different things. How long has your wife / girlfriend been supporting you? When is the last time you've had a full-time job? How, you don't have a license.
I said before I did, it just happened. This just happened for my license.
Can you pull up his driving record, Alex, please?
Yes, Judge. This just happened with my license.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if his plate read private either. And he's got no insurance. Let's just be honest. We all know Mr. Daly here. He's your daily average sovereign citizen. And that shit don't work in front of Judge Fleisher here. Which is why he's trying to hide it. But I've still seen red flags.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
Full-time job. July.
Doing what?
Truck driver.
Did you have a CDL?
Yes.
How did you lose your CDL?
So it seems the last, we have a denied renewal from October 23rd, and then that was the most recent one, and then that's all we have as far as anything on his license.
Do you see a suspension?
I do see a suspension back in March of 2011, but nothing more recent.
So it's still showing ineligible, though, right?
It's ineligible as of now, Your Honor.
Does it
Yeah, because he didn't pay to renew it.
give you a reason as to why it's
All
ineligible?
we have is just a denied renewal, and then it's a failure to appear. That's the last action.
Are you able to see if there are any outstanding tickets that are open at this point?
I am unable to see that, Your Honor.
You're a truck driver in July. We are now in November. So have you been jobless since November?
November. Yes.
August, September, October, November. Fuck, he's been jobless for 4 months. Okay, it's big though. I was jobless for a lot longer than 4 months. And yeah, I'm actually starting to think about going back to study because at least it'll give me some income.
Since November, you said?
You said you had a full-time job in July.
Right.
Okay, you stopped working in July.
Right.
Okay. Have you had a full-time job since July? So you have been bumming off your wife?
I was door dashing.
You lost your life.
Yo, I was door dashing without a license. Yeah, DoorDash don't like that. Well, they kind of do. You can dash on a bike or on a unicycle or anything that doesn't require a license. Hell, if you're really that fast and you're fit enough, you could dash on foot for them. And I'm sure they'd pay pretty well for that service.
License. You're unable to DoorDash at all.
Just lost my license.
When did it get suspended?
Your Honor, it says, besides that 2011, it says it was suspension in October 23rd of 2024 was the date.
This is what I want you to do. Where's my stickies? There we go. Stephen, would you mind giving this to me? This is the number to the DPS Driver's License Division. This is the number that you need to call to figure out what you need to do to get your license back.
Yeah, I don't know what's up.
Are they open tickets now?
Yes.
Okay, what do
I know what's up. I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't contract with the state and therefore I haven't renewed my license or licenses. That's what's up, Judge.
you planning? You need to hire a lawyer to fix them. Don't just go over there and just, when you just, look, I can't give you legal advice, but just the more tickets you incur on your record, the more suspensions you're going to get. And if you're,
Oh, and a ticket is a contract with the state, apparently, according to these twits. So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a room chock full, wall to wall, ceiling to floor of them, to be honest. $0.05 a week for however long it takes you to fucking pay it off, mate. Seriously, get rid of them.
truck driver by trade, all you're doing is hosing yourself. I'm not going to let you sit here and just be jobless, bumming, and being a leech on society, especially if we are supposed to give you a lawyer. Because if I'm giving you a lawyer, that means I'm paying for it. Steven's paying for it. Victoria's paying for your lawyer. It's not going to happen. So you can either hire your own lawyer, or if you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, great. But I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I'm making it a condition of your bond that you get a full-time job. And I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a full-time job.
And a full-time job is not door dashing.
You've sat here and say, oh, well, I've got an application here, I got an application here, I got an application here, with nothing to show me, life will not go well.
I said I had a job, supposed to start Monday.
Beggars can't be choosers. It's better to work at Burger King, at Chuck E. Cheese, than sit on your tuchus with do nothing, earning nothing, and leeching off other people and society in general. Do you understand? Beggars can't be choosers. Lower your standards.
Half.
Okay, then you've not gone low enough. If you need to go to Amazon, if you need to go to Starbucks, do it. I will give you an application, but I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a job. There are plenty of jobs out there that will immediately give you a job. Do you understand? Okay, I'll see you back in 2 weeks. Stephen, do you mind giving me an application?
Yeah, he's not going to have no fucking job in 2 weeks, Judge. So a sovereign citizen who thinks money grows out of his ass. Thinks he can sit on his tush all day and spew crap online. I know I'm leveraging some hard allegations around. I've seen this guy before, and he's come through with the sovereign script, so yeah. It's not his first rodeo in front of this judge.
No, fill it out now. Why delay the inevitable? But I'll bring it back in 2 weeks to see what you've done to get a job.
All right, Judge, next is page.
No, hold on. We've got a bunch of lawyers. Let's help them first. Oh, okay.
Dolphin, come on up.
Hey, we've got Mr. Construction here in the high vis.
Can you file Alex on this gentleman? Get a job, please, and no weapons and no driving on Mr. Daly.
Oh my
Vic, who's this?
God.
This is Dolphin on page 8.
Got it. Is it Jose Adolphus? Good morning, Mr. Adolphus. Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or a household member.
That don't surprise me much. Something tells me he may have been drunk at the time.
Makes it a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
Yes, Judge. On July 6, 2024, the officers met with the complainant, the defendant's wife, who said the defendant was visiting her child at her apartment when the defendant told her he wanted to be with her. The complainant said she did not reciprocate the sentiment, and he told her that he should have killed her when he first got out in March because the complainant sent him to jail. The defendant also said he will kill the complainant if she calls the police on him again. The complainant.
Ooh. Okay. Doesn't half sound like he's drunk.
Was scared for her life and asked for a protective order.
Did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Yes, Judge. So I just want to make it known to the court that, yes, the defendant just was released from TDC for an assault against the same complaining witness. He was released in March. In July, he picked up this charge. I've also been in contact with the Family Violence Division at HPD because the complainant told me that she made a walk-in report on September 25th alleging that the defendant, she's currently pregnant, and alleging that the defendant has assaulted her again and that he threatened to kill her again because she went to the police. Those charges have not yet been filed, but I confirmed the existence of the incident report. And like I said, I've been in contact with the detective in this case.
You realize that you're near to being a true habitual. When you go to TDC, if you pick up a new case, you're a 15 to life case, a minimum of 15 years, Mr. Dolphus. Do you understand that?
Nah. No, that ain't sunken. The reality ain't sunken. This guy's so cocky up his ass. He's got his head pointing through it and sucking his own balls, and he doesn't know it.
Don't. No, I've got a bunch of DAs here. Anything that you say, they're going to use it against you.
That's perfectly fine.
No, the fuck it ain't. Look at the surprised look on the DA's face. Ooh, I'm gonna use every single thing against you, mate. You're gonna be in fucking penitentiary before you know it.
I was nowhere near it.
Stop. Well, I'm going to make that now, and I'm going to memorialize that with an ankle monitor, so I know that you're not there or going any. I'm forbidding you from going within 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. If that thing dings, the battery goes dead. It's not going to go well. Do you understand, Mr. Dolphins?
Sir. I'm back and forth between Houston and Atlanta. I have documentation showing that I was in Atlanta when all of this was concurred. I moved on. That's her problem.
Not very good documentation if you were picked up.
What happened with that charge? Is it going to get through?
So she says that the incident occurred on the 24th. She made a walk-in report on the 25th. Like I said, I called HPD on Friday and they told me that the report's made. They gave me like an incident number.
Pregnant with whose child?
I believe the defendant's child.
Oh, fuck.
She told me that he's
How
aware.
far along?
I think right now she's 6 months. I don't remember exactly how far along she told me, but like I said, the officers made the report. They have photos of her from the 25th or from the incident on the 24th. I can confirm that with her. I just spoke with her on Friday.
So, Mr. Dolphus, understand that there's a protective order that's been issued in this case. I would get to know it because if you violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. If they file those additional charges, it's called a violation of protective order. We put conditions on that and you violate it. We can have a hearing to hold you at no bond, 0 bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person in Harris County. You're telling me that you're in another place. I will give you a lawyer today and we'll see. If you have that document, great, put it up. Let's see. I'll give you, I already have an application on file. I'm gonna give you a lawyer today. Let's see what you have. But as it stands now, I don't want you to have any contact with this person. I don't want you to be in possession of weapons and not to go within 1,000 feet of where she lives, where she works. And I'm gonna put a monitor so I know where you are at all times. If you want to go to Atlanta, great. There's no problem with that. I'm not going to put any travel restrictions on you. Just don't go anywhere near where she lives or where she works. That's all I'm asking you to do. Don't pick up any new cases as well. You go to Atlanta, everything you do out in the free world, you need to be thinking, if I do this, am I going to go to jail? If I say this, what kind of ramifications is it going to have? Because it's your liberty that's at stake. All she's got to do is go, hey man, he's bothering me, and boom.
Welcome in. Bubba and South Fall love you.
You go down. Don't give any cause for that to happen.
I know that was probably distasteful, but that's what's going to happen to this guy if he gets into the jail. Yes, he might be black, but that won't stop them at all. Oh, bloody oath, did I have to slam the door that hard? I'm just about,
So for now, I'm going to have you sign a
they
reset
keep
with Victoria.
slamming it
We'll have
like
you take
that.
a seat in the jury box. I'm going to find your lawyer, and then you tell your side to the lawyer, and then we'll go from there. He can always, or she can always reapproach, and we can talk about how to go forward. All right? Please.
That's it for now, Judge. Go ahead and sign for your reset.
Counsel. Hey, good morning.
Go ahead and sign for your reset.
I'm here on Brianna Treadwell.
Free trial behind you. All right, now before little reset.
I want to see what happens with old Bumblebee there, Mr. Daly. Plus, there's been one or two that's been asked to sit down while they tidy up the details. So, yeah, I'm going to keep watching. We're just going to help some lawyers out, maybe reset a few cases, breach a few conditions, and yeah.
Okay. Yes. Are you going to retain?
I am retaining her,
Got it. Okay.
I would file a motion, so that's, contacted yesterday.
Okay. Um. What would you like, counsel?
I know the circumstances, you know.
I'm okay with doing that some. I'm okay with it. But I'm not, it's not gonna go crazy low, you know, but I am willing to do that. I think it's high, but I wanted her to understand that we mean business and that we're absolutely serious. So give a recommendation. What do you think, guys? He wants a bond reduction on Treadwell, and I'm for it.
5,000, Judge.
Each? No, that's too low. Not when you have two open DWs. Yeah, I was gonna do 10 each.
I think that's fair.
And then if you still have an issue, come back, we can talk. But I'm gonna put, if she's able to bond out, I'm gonna put a whole host of conditions on her.
Oh, that's
You know, like
understood.
she's not out to be in the middle, no, out in the middle of the night, you know, curfew, no driving, and then, you know.
And that's even contingent upon the occupational license, Your
Well,
Honor.
I'm not, she's got two, I'm not giving her an occupational license. Are you kidding? She's got two open DWIs. Mm-mm.
She has to work. Well, and
She
then get
gets
her,
into a car accident. She's drinking while she's driving. Her prior case is a .289. She's no way, and understand, counsel, whenever I have anyone that has picked up a DWI with another DWI, I take away the privilege to drive. I just can't trust you, and especially at that high amount. Something else is going on, and I just don't want her to kill anyone, you know?
and I have an idea of what is going on. You know, she has some mental issues. She's taking all this medication that needs to be adjusted because she's having trouble sleeping, and then when it's not time to sleep.
I don't blame her for having trouble stepping into jail. Straight up. The jail's not meant to be a happy party place.
Trying to operate, you know, she's sleepy then, that's the wrong time. So she does need to get something.
How old is she?
She is 31.
Who does she live with? Is she married? Does she have kids?
She has 2 kids, 4 and 11. 4-year-old has autism, has occupational therapy, I believe 3 times a week. You know, 11-year-old, smart as a whip, just won the school spelling bee. You know, it's a bad situation that she has herself in, and as far as the circumstances that she does have at home, of course, it's totally.
Second. Can you bring up Miss Treadwell, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Cervantes. Denaro. Judge, we
Yeah,
have.
but I get you.
Yeah, we talked to her in the morning.
We're going to reprimand
See
someone.
her. It is. I didn't see that.
So let's just say it's well deserved.
Give me a second. Let me talk to him. See what.
Okay.
Counsel, can I help you out while we're waiting?
Mr. Errol, bond violation.
That's gonna
Aye.
take a little bit of time, actually.
just his first visit, first court date he was sent for. He's scheduled for November 18th. He said he will be clean by that time.
Is it Rolando?
Earl.
Earl?
Skylar Earl.
He failed a UA judge.
Right. Okay. Come up, Mr. Earl. I'm making it a condition of your bond that you're not to use anything. And I'm going to test you again in 40 days. If I find that you test positive again, it tells me that you've continued to use, and I'm going to put you in jail, and I will not give you any more PR bonds. Do you understand? No more using. Don't pick up any new cases. And I think that I've taken away his privilege to drive as well, right? Yeah, because it's his third or second racing case. Yeah. Okay. You're on notice now. No more violations. And if you fail to go to another UA, likewise, I will revoke your bond. Do you understand? Okay. We'll set your case off 40 days. Okay. Thanks, counsel. Okay, you ready?
Here we go.
Good morning, Ms. Treadwell. How's jail? You know, your lawyers come up to me and ask for me to reduce your bond. I've got your bond at a very high rate, you know, $50,000 for a reason. I want you to understand that we mean business. It's not a joke. When you're out there and you're driving in a state that can, very well, you may do something that can cause catastrophic damage and you'll never dig yourself out of a hole. I will reduce your bond. They asked me for 5, I'll do 7,500 each. But I'm telling you, if you do get out, no more issues. I want you on a curfew, and I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and I definitely don't want you driving. You understand? You're gonna have to find another way to make it work, but not in a car. I just can't trust you. You have a lot of people that depend on you, 2 children that depend on you, right? When you're not there, they're gonna look to love and support from somewhere. And if you're not there, they may look to it at places you don't like, you don't.
Wait, she's 30. Damn. She looks a lot younger than that.
Approve of. These are things that you need to consider. When you become a mother, your life's not yours anymore. It's your children's lives. That's who matters. So when you're out there considering doing what you're gonna do, the only thing that needs to come in your mind, if I do this, how is it gonna impact my kids? That's what you need to be thinking about. Do you understand that? Yes. Okay. I'll make it 7,500 each. Okay. And then if you're able to bond out, you must come here immediately so we can do all the bond conditions, do all the paperwork, because I'm putting an ankle monitor on you so I know where you are. And I'm on your other ankle, I'm going to put a scram so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. And I'm going to tell you now, you bond violate, you consume alcohol again. You pick up a new case, holy, I'm going to go nuts on the bond. Do you understand? Okay, Mr. Treadwell, good luck. Okay, guys. Thanks. Thank you. Counsel, are you ready? Yeah, okay.
Judge, you ready for the first
Oh,
one?
yeah, let's do it. So 7,500
Page
each.
417, Armio
75,
Jimenez,
7,502 each.
7,502.
Yeah.
Judge, don't forget Mr. White.
Oh, Brock? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll do Brock right after these 2. Brock, I'll hit you up after I do these, okay? Apellido. Jimenez.
I'm just looking at the
Jaramillo Jimenez, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. you are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On October 28th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it operate without all of its lighting equipment activated during the nighttime.
Okay, so driving with no lights at night. Yep. Just looking at Scram documentation, and yeah, I'm kind of wishing we had that shit here in New Zealand. One of my workmates said he's only seen it installed once, like ever, and mostly it's just GPS monitors around New Zealand. I'm not bringing the Scram because that will maybe one shot's not going to show up on tomorrow's breath test that you've got to take, but the Scram will pick that up easy.
Upon contact with the defendant, who is the driver and sole occupant, officers observed the suspect to have slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and an odor of alcoholic beverage. Defendant admitted to drinking 2 alcoholic beverages about 1 to 2 hours prior. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGM, 7 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read, but breath was refused, and a search warrant was signed and executed.
You know, I'm missing Parval in the DA's table.
The defendant does also not have an eligible driver's license, Judge.
Again, we have to go on an offense writing report, just class. I mean, it's completely conclusory. Read me the first sentence. Why the PC for the stop?
Read it from the DIMS really quickly, Judge. I just want to make sure it's correct.
Without all of its nighttime equipment on. What on earth does that mean?
See if we can read it
Without the lights on, Judge.
from the, if we have the offense report, Judge, because that's what
It's
DIMS.
over and over and over and over. Headlights, brake lights, turn lights.
Fog lamps, my favorite kind of light.
I'm kind of with the judge on this one.
I'm just seeing in the offense report, Judge, that driving without lights activated during nighttime.
Better. So you're saying he's driving at night without headlights? Is that?
That's what I believe this offense report is stating. It doesn't specify which lights.
I mean,
there's no cause here. And yes, it seems the cops of Harris County need to have an OR class or 2.
yeah, I guess I'll give you a bit of time for, you know. Just toma asiento allá, por favor.
The next Spanish word is
Yeah. The cops in Harris County really need to learn how to write offense reports, man. Or someone needs to at least, because that was just awful. Okay, the first one was terrible, but yeah, that one was next level bad. Oh, I kind of agree with the judge on that one. The wording of that just made very little to no sense.
Page 21, Fonte, come on up.
Chief was just looking at the body cam, at the dash cam, and he has no lights on, headlights or tail lights.
No tail lights, Joe. All the tail lights are completely gone.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On October 27th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle on the Tomball Tollway. After observing it swerving within its lane, unintentionally drift into the lanes beside it and nearly strike another vehicle on the roadway. The vehicle also failed to signal a lane change.
DUI. Plain and simple.
Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed the defendant to have slurred speech, glossy eyes, and a moderate odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to driving and to drinking 2 large beers, one of which was found on the back passenger floorboard, a quarter of the way full and still cool to the touch.
So drinking while driving?
And standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4.
Bingo. Finally a DUI the judge can get behind. Oh man. That was a brilliant OR.
The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The breath samples were 0.089 and 0.091.
Mr. Ponce, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You're in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Nothing.
No, no tengo permiso.
No, I don't have any permission.
Are you in this country with or without permission? What happens if you go to jail?
No estoy ilegal, no puedo hacer nada.
I'm illegal. I can't do anything.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Ponce?
No, pues nada, estoy entre la ley, no puedo hacer nada.
I'm outside of the law. I can't do anything about it.
I don't know what kind of answer that is, Mr. Ponce, but I would hope that you would recognize that it's damn elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. And I'm telling you now, that is a minimum of 5 days in jail. 5 days in jail that you go to as a minimum to any sentence you get on a DWI. And I will tell you that if you do anything more than 4 hours in a jail cell, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. And if they find you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until the case is over with. And then you get shoved off to immigration where you were sick for another 6 to 9 months.
Stuck like
waiting
Chuck.
For immigration to do what they're going to do. That is what happens when you violate the law and you go to jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm warning you at this moment not to drive at all for any reason. And you will be signing a promise with me. This is the only warning that you will get, Mr. Ponce. And this is an affidavit. If I find that you violate this, you can look forward to up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive because I can have a contempt hearing. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and I will randomly test you. If you consume alcohol, likewise, you will go to jail No more PR bonds. The only reason you got out so quick is we gave you a PR bond. You violate conditions, pick up a new case. It will not happen again. Do you understand?
Yes.
What happens if you go to jail?
No, pues no, no sé.
I don't know.
Did you not hear anything that I just told you?
Nada de lo que le acabo de decir.
Sí, sí, le escuché, lo escucho muy rápido.
Yes, I did hear it. It's just, I heard you very fast.
What will immigration do to you?
¿Qué le hará migración?
No, pues me va a deportar.
Well, they'll deport me. Así es.
Finally, Judge got through to him. Man, this is the kind of person I really don't like having in the country. No regard for the
I will have you
laws.
come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria. We will have you sign a reset. After that, we will get you to sign for your bond conditions. We will get you out of here. When you come back, have a lawyer, Mr. Ponce. Lori, you were here first.
Spanish, please, Your Honor.
Okay, come on.
Domingo Martinez, Your Honor. Page 17. Hable solamente en español.
Martinez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail. Credit for the 2 days that you've done.
Yes, sir.
Understand that this DWI will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. If you are ever in a car, the first thing an officer does when they pull you over is they will look at your history. If they find that you have a prior DWI and they smell alcohol on your breath, what do you think they're going to do to you?
¿Usted qué le hará? Arrest me?
Correct. What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. So if you are not smart enough to consider how to get home on a night of drinking, like a little child, we will treat you like a little child, but we will do it by putting you over our knee, spanking you like a little child, and doing it with a minimum of 30 days in jail. So consider your actions, especially if you're not in this country with permission, because it could cost you big. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no coming back from it. You can never change this once you plead guilty. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will send you to the agreement. I am going to suspend your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license, Mr. Martinez.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Number one, since the case is ending today, he does have a scram device. Can we get that removal order?
Yes.
Okay. Second, Judge, can we run his court cost concurrent and waive the statutory fine? He is a painter. He essentially works for himself. The projects that he gets are not very consistent. There's times where he goes a month without having a job, or without having a project to be working on. He paints houses. So if we could waive that.
How much money do you make a month, Mr. Martinez?
No.
Do you support anyone?
¿Apoya a alguien?
En casa, sí, en casa.
In my house, yes.
What your lawyer is asking me to do is to take off and waive around $3,500 worth of fines and fees. And I want you to understand that I will today.
Y
But the next time, if there's a next time and you come back, you can look forward to around $7,000 in fines and fees that you will incur. So if you pick up another DWI, it is really going to go bad for you. So consider when you're out there, if you want to drink, just don't get into a car and drive. Because next time, if there is one, it will really cost you big. Do you understand?
Thanks.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
That's right.
Mr. White?
Brock White.
Thank
Hey, bud. Happy Monday. You just want to reason. Client here? Say it again?
He said he believes he's in the audience.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna bring him up. Hold on, Brock.
Ariel. He does have 3 misdemeanors in Comal County and a felony. But then they're offering him T-Rex. That, he just wants to do his time.
I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, Lori. As much as I love you, we've
But he
been
has
down
these
this
other
road.
cases in
I get it. I understand, but I'm not gonna just let him time serve it. I'm not doing it.
for 180 days.
Here's my issue, Judge. So I read the TRS report. He's lying in the TRS. I mean, he's telling the clinician that has no drug issues, and he's got like 6 possession cases. He said he messed around with weed once when he was 18, but
Lying on the T-Raz. That's rough. That is very rough. It's not going to do him any favors.
the concern that I'm having is if he can't even be honest on the TRS, I don't know, and he refused to do SATIF before.
He did it, and he did it great, but he did it. He completed it.
Completed, okay.
Yes.
I was told he refused SATIF, okay.
No.
Oh,
Did
okay.
it. He completed it. And I told him that I was gonna keep doing it. I'm not letting him go. We're gonna have to get him back to Como County so he
He
can,
almost has enough credit on the one that Greg is on. It's 161 days. Can he go ahead and be done with that one?
one, he's on probation. Why?
He has 2 that he's on probation.
There's a case, but almost 161 days old. Yeah, that sounds rough.
Did you reach out to Como County?
And they said the felony has not been filed yet, so they're still gonna file it. And he's got 3
So
pending
then that's no
misdemeanors.
hold. What about,
He said he's got 3 pending misdemeanors. They don't know any status of what they are. Because it was a receptionist. They couldn't get us to a prosecutor. They said they don't know what the charges are. They don't know what the bonds are. They don't know anything. They just know they've got 3 pending misdemeanors and 1 felony it's pre-filing at this point. They're gonna file it. That's all we got.
Oh my.
is there a hold?
Lord.
If there's no hold, then let's send him back to SATIF.
With the pending cases, they're not gonna see.
If there's no hold.
I can try.
Let him go and do this and be done and go. If you can get him again, if he comes back.
We've done that.
This is
We've
not
done that.
working for him. This going to Saturday is not working for him.
And this is what I see, Judge. I don't see there was a hold. I see the hold in Como County was lifted 5/16. So I believe you're correct. There's no hold. So it's just.
Let him out.
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen is he's not gonna go to Como County. He's gonna come back here with a new case. 2 weeks, he's gonna come back with a new case. Why? Why? Why delay the inevitable? Because I'm telling you, every time I'm done with catch and release, I'm not gonna do it because I've done it 30 times already. I'm up to here with the catch and release.
But what about the one that he has?
Let's do this. I see your position and I understand it. The only thing I want is I want to get him back to the facility. Let's try it. And if they won't, then we'll go your way.
Okay.
At least let's try it because there's no hold. Usually they won't do it Because there's a felony case, there's a hold of some kind, and the hold won't release. But here, there's nothing holding.
All right, I'll go talk to him.
Will.
I want to see whether.
Something in my eye. Hi, bud. What's up?
Compton.
Compton. Okay. In
What is
custody or on
bond?
bond?
What's that?
Bond or
Oh,
custody?
sorry, bond.
Okay.
One of the conditions of bond is that he find employment. We talked about this, I believe, last week. I told you he's got an app. He's on Indeed, the app, and he's got a ton of applications out there. He showed me again today, same deal. He's got interviews working.
I hope not Bumblebee.
I need more time. Let me talk to them and then I'm gonna bring them up. Well, give me a
Mr.
second.
Daly.
Herman,
Should he
because I got the same
contact-
thing with Brock. I'm gonna do yours and Brock at the same time.
Is on Victor Bronco child case, so dismissing that.
Okay, great.
Priscilla Sanchez, she has an electric vehicle, so she took her car to get the interlock installed. They were unsuccessful, so she needs more time to get that installed. Everything else has been paid for PTI.
What's the last name on that one?
Sanchez,
I don't see it.
Gonzalez, maybe?
I don't see Gonzalez either. Oh, here we go. It's under Hernandez. Why didn't she get it on?
Because Easy Interlock couldn't get it on her electric vehicle. She dropped it off late last week, and they said, sorry, we've never done a vehicle like
Is she here
yours.
now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you bring her up?
Sure. Such a come this way, please.
They can't do it on an electric vehicle. They're gonna
They,
have to.
well, she just has to find a provider. We've had like Teslas and all other electric vehicles, you know.
The case is 230 days old. I'm gonna roll her to tomorrow. I'm gonna roll her every day.
Well, I mean, she can show the documentation. She took her vehicle to Easy Interlock. And she left it over the weekend, and then they just let her know yesterday, said, sorry, we've never done your vehicle. We can't do it. And she's.
Oh, good Lord.
If we can get like a week.
How I
so
hate
she can
bureaucracy.
Find a provider that confirms they can do her specific make and model as opposed to her dropping it off and doing all that.
How many times have we reset it for
Well,
her to
this
get
is
the
her, I think
interlock?
it's her first time, Judge. And she has
October 2nd, I told you that everything had to be done within 30 days or we would set it for trial because of the age of the case. And here we are, it's still not done, you know? I mean, I'll give you till Thursday. You know,
I mean, they sent me to different locations and they all told me
have
the
it
same thing.
done by Thursday. I'm gonna roll you day for day until you get it done.
I'll explain what that means to her, Judge. Thank you. And the last was Mr. Pujo, is a not that mature of a case. Like
So what, who is it?
Pujols. Yes. A Pujo.
Yeah, it's 96 days.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Hi, counsel.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Pretty good. I have an Andrew Alvarado. At 7:02, we got the contract with PTI today. So
Have you done the T-Rats yet?
yes, he's having 2 weeks. And they sent us a contract to do the PTI.
Okay, you want 2 weeks? to get
I
everything
can
done?
do next Tuesday.
Okay, if you want that, I was willing to give you longer if you need it, but
Tuesday should be good.
okay, sure, of course. Marcos.
Actually, an off-docket matter. Do you want me to come back? Off-docket matter?
How complicated is it?
It's not complicated at all. I can give you a cause number. All it is you said he couldn't drive without a valid driver's license. He has a valid driver's license.
Does he have liability insurance?
He does, but let me.
Make sure. If so, then we're good.
Okay.
I need to make sure that they're covered with the liability insurance.
Make sure.
Just like make, yeah.
So I can find out.
Okay, sure. Okay, Brock. Hey, Baptiste, come up. Do you have a job? Doing what? What are you doing?
Mechanic.
Do you have proof? Do you have proof?
Yes, I work mechanic, yeah.
Okay.
I got pictures and videos, all type of stuff.
Brock,
Council for reset.
I'm texting you. It's just too hard to make you out.
Apparently this guy's got a damn job as a mechanic. Congratulations, my man. If that is true. And it's not just you fiddling spanners in your backyard.
So Fritter pled, huh?
Yes, Judge.
Wow, what happened? I just saw that you guys filed a dismissal. Take a seat during the jury box, sir.
So, Your Honor, did you hear me?
It's really hard to make you out, Brock. You want to just chat with me?
I'm saying that he got arrested actually at work, Your Honor. He was at work when he got arrested.
So he's working at the same place?
Yes, Your Honor. He was a mechanic at that location.
Okay.
They came there because they had the owner of the car dealership under investigation. And while they were there, they saw something in plain view in his car. And that's what they arrested him for at the location. So he was at work when he got arrested.
This is Batiste. Was he arrested at work?
Yes, Judge.
Got it. Okay, come on up. All right, we'll give you a normal reset, Brock.
Yes, Your Honor. And I already explained to him what I need prior to the next day.
You gotta.
Arrested at work. Damn it. Well, Bumblebee's still hanging around, so we'll wait to see how that one turns out.
We'll just do a normal reset, and I think it's into the new year, Brock.
Yes, Your Honor.
Batiste, top of page 4, just a normal reset. Yeah, we're good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Brock, hold on, Brock.
December 10th through the 12th.
December 10th through the 12th.
Oh, wow. Brock didn't want to hang around. Huh? Here he is, back again.
Your Honor, did you hear me?
Yes, okay.
Either the 10th or the 12th, Your Honor.
12.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Okay, have fun, bud. That way.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thanks, Brock.
Awesome.
Ready?
I was just appointed to Mr. Leha, who's in custody. He's set for a bail review.
I'll see if I can find the
Looks like he's got
Bumblebee
some
again.
previous,
I know he's still around. I've just
bond
seen him.
forfeitures.
Yeah.
I don't think he can make any bail, but I'll ask since I'm up here, would the court consider reducing his bail?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give him a PR bond because he doesn't come back, but I'll certainly reduce it.
Okay, I plan to reset him to just Thursday.
What do you want?
Can it be 1,000?
Sure.
1,002.
It'll be 1,002.
Okay.
But, and tell him, look.
Yeah, we just.
Yeah, I mean, if you want 1,000, sure.
Thank you.
Is there an ice hold,
No, there's not.
Okay. If he makes bond, please let him know that he's gotta You know, yeah, okay. Leah, 1,002, please. Okay, yes, ma'am, thanks. Marcos.
Judge, my client, I'm gonna call him, he does not have, he's gonna be renting cars. He's renting a car and they have insurance when you rent a car. He doesn't have his own car.
How?
So he gets his own car and then
So apparently he's renting car without.
Is he here?
He's not
Driver's
present.
insurance.
That's why I had to step outside and make a phone call, Judge.
Is he charged with a DWI?
It is a DWI.
I'm not gonna do it. I want to know that he's covered if he's gonna drive. I don't want to give him just a blanket open thing and then how do I know he's not gonna go just drive anyone else's car and he's not covered and create some kind of damage? I'm not asking for much. I just want him to be covered. You know, you can get non-owners policy, non-operators or non-owners policy, you know?
Okay, so once he gets that, then.
All I'm asking for is that I just want you to have insurance, you know? So I know that if you're gonna drive a car, it's insured in the event that you get an accident, so the other people are taken care of, because so many people get into accidents.
I get it.
You know? I just don't want that to happen.
Judge is correct
Once
on
he gets
that.
it, I'll gladly do it.
Too many people get
Okay,
into
I'll let him know.
accidents without
All right,
insurance.
thanks.
Pressure.
Hey.
I was trying to set Luis Mendoza. He needed proof that he's working. Couldn't text it right
At
now.
Walmart?
He's working at Walmart, so he's
Wonderful.
sent me from October 24th, October 10th, his paychecks from Walmart. So I was just gonna reset it.
Nice.
For sure. Tell me.
So you've obviously modified the condition, right? That as long as he has driver's license and insurance, he can drive. I've spoken with pre-trial. Can we waive his signature?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Judge.
For sure.
Yes.
They said no, all the cases have to be resolved before they'll take.
How do they know that? They're not even open cases.
I don't.
They're not even, it's like.
I guess if they reach one.
Still got a pretty full courtroom.
It's-
It's back to him. He just put 0 at the end. I'm not taking that. And if he's not gonna fill it out correctly, we'll send him home.
And then I have another client here, Mr. Carlos Tezuka. He's completed the IOP, he's halfway through SOP, so we had him come back to court. They said he's in good standing and participating. I don't know if you want to talk to him or you just want to reset it. He's supposed to finish December 19th.
What's the cost number?
What the
I
hell
have a
put a
second.
0 at the
Okay.
end?
Hold on. Okay, what is it?
027 1307.
Yeah, that makes no sense. But yeah, this guy's either going to fill it out right or he's going to go hire himself a lawyer.
075.
Council for reset?
And I talked to his probation officer this morning.
And
He
he's
says
here?
no issues. Yes, he's.
Come on, Mr. Talk. He speaks English,
He spoke English to me.
so he's been doing
Mhm. He's done good. And he's halfway through SOP.
Yes, sir. And he's done, yeah.
Mhm.
Great job. You're doing good. You know, they're telling me that you've made it through IOP. You did it great. You're halfway through SOP and you're doing great. You're participating and that's all we're asking, you know, and you're doing a great job. And I wanted to just congratulate you. Just keep up the good work, you know, it goes a long way.
And
Yeah.
use my IOP, but my two kids they got sick, so I have to just.
Say, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I was gonna finish my IOP, but my two kids they had sick, they got sick from the weather, so I have to work now Monday to Friday, Sunday. So yeah, pretty hard for me now. But I'm going to go and take my class.
You're doing great.
Okay, thank you.
Keep it up, you know? What else does he have after the SOP?
Let's see. The victim impact panel.
So after that, you only have one thing left. And if you need, because you're doing well, I'm okay if you want to, report virtually. So you can let them know you can, virtual report. If it's easier for you, because you're doing well, we'll allow you to virtually report, so you don't have to
Kudos
come
with kudos
to
is
and go
due.
to the office. You can do it, over your phone using Zoom. Do you know how to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that should help you out a little bit as well, okay? I don't think that they can do that, the SOP through them. But once you're done with the SOP, then it's all downhill. Just don't use, that's all you gotta do. Don't use, okay? All right, good job, Mrs. Tuck. All right. Well, okay, what's your gentleman's name?
Chad Compton.
You know what, he's gonna take, counsel, what do you got? Is this gonna take a bit of time?
No, Your Honor, shouldn't take long. I'm just asking for a reset for Mr. Robert Robinson. He was in the courtroom. I think he just stepped out. But this is a harassment case. We have been asking for copies of the text messages that were sent to the complaining witness from my client, which we have not received yet. And
I mean, it's 200 days, I don't.
Yes, Judge. And I reached out just this morning to the complainant, and she said she would provide them by today. I told her today would be today, and I also reached out to the officer who said that he should be able to get us that information by tomorrow when he returns to work. He's currently at the hospital, but tomorrow he'll send us the information.
I'm at a loss that it's 200 days and we just don't have everything that we're supposed to have.
we were told last time that the information was going to be provided that day at the last court hearing. We still haven't received it.
Okay, so we'll give it a final day tomorrow. If you don't have everything, absolutely everything, that's it,
Yes, Judge.
It's unacceptable. It's 200 days, they're still waiting on stuff? No way. So let's roll it to tomorrow. I'll waive his appearance. Or can you? Remember, you can always zoom in too.
Okay.
We have Zoom, to make it easier.
That works, Your Honor.
You okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tomorrow's the final deadline.
Yes, Judge.
That's it. If it's not here, all of it, then.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, for sure. Thanks.
Judge, so that's a waived appearance?
Yeah, for tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Chad Compton, come up.
Here we go, straight out of Compton. His name is Chad. I don't think you can get much more Chad than that.
What have you been doing with yourself, Mr. Compton? You come in here, you're smacking gum, in shorts, disheveled. Where do you live? Who with?
I agree with the judge about his appearance. What the hell does that sweatshirt even say? And, bruh, you look like you literally just walked out of the hood. You probably lived there too, right? But fucking dress up a little bit better for court, eh?
My ex, ATs.
And he was chewing
How old are you?
gum too.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't look good. You just don't. You
What the hell's he on?
obviously
Right?
not working, not making any money. Perception is reality, Mr. Compton. And if you're going to continue like this, you're going to have this same look when you're 52. But you're going to have a lot more missing body parts, hair, teeth. You're supposed to work your ass now at the tender age of 20s. So you set your future up. Something else is going on and we don't know what it is. I'm sending you for a drug test right now.
100%.
I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, first and foremost. If you fail to take a test, I'm going to make your bond so high. We're going to figure out what's going on with you, because as it stands now, it just doesn't look good and you're going nowhere in life. And I'm going to do everything in my power to try to turn that around. Do you understand, Mr. Compton? The way that you've been conducting yourself, the way you look, it's not a good look. And you want to make it become yet another statistic of the system. The system failed me. I will refuse to let the system fail you, and I will do everything in my power to prevent it from doing so. Do you understand? First and foremost, I'm sending you for a drug test. You must come right back.
What's this guy on, coke?
Take a seat.
Is this guy on coke? Chat, what do you think? Coke, weed? I don't think it's heroin or meth, but yeah, could be. It's too chilled out for it to be meth. Don't think it's heroin, because usually they're pretty high strung on heroin. I'd say
Can you bring out
weed?
Bring
Maybe
Mr. Ariel
alcohol.
out, please.
That was Mr. Compton, straight out of Chad.
Hey, this is
100%. Hey?
If he was to go, he would be in the circle jerk of Comal County.
I'm every single time he comes back, it's gonna be the same
He may
thing.
not come back. He has been through this with you.
Lori,
for a while,
Lori.
And he
Alright.
understands that you have control over his life. And that if he comes back, you will continue to have control over his life. He just wants to get out to take care of his children. He's been in custody for a while now.
She's really hitting it hard. Mind you, he's damned.
Sucks that because of Como County now, you know, we can't do what we really need to do. It's horse poop.
Is there anything you'd like the state to do, Judge?
I mean, what can we do? You know,
Really nothing. I can continue to reach out to Como County, but I mean, they can't.
you couldn't even get to a prosecutor. What?
What do we do? Do we just let him out?
It's sad. It's sad.
Release
It
him
really
back?
is that, you know, when you have DAs try to make an effort to even reach out to another county and you can't even get to a prosecutor. It's sad. It's
I'm not even sure what the hell we do.
Okay.
Judge is going to have to make his mind up.
names, Mr. Ariel. The days of us just, or of someone picking up a case, pleading to time served, picking up a case, pleading to time served, picking up a case, pleading to time served, no more. You now are on notice. Anytime you come back, what we are going to do. You know that, right?
You understand? Judge Robinson.
What do you understand? Tell me what you understand. Shh. I want to know what you understand.
A time.
I want you to realize something, Mr. Ariola. I want what's best for you. And
at the moment, Judge is thinking what I'm thinking. It is best he is banged up, slapped away, keys ground up, and he's got a couple $1,000,000 on top of his head. A nice big fat juicy target. That's what the judge is thinking.
if you're living on the street, I want it to stop. If you're out there and you're stealing to get food, I want it to stop. If you're out there begging for money because you don't have any, I want it to stop. And the reason I put you in the facilities is to determine why it continues to happen. Because it continues to happen over and over and over. And it hasn't stopped since the last 2 to 3 years. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. Believe it or not, I care about you and I want what's best for you. I really do, I swear. I don't want to keep you in just for shits and giggles. I don't. I want you to be able to work, make money, and then have a great relationship with your wife, kids, whoever's in your family. But when you keep coming back with criminal cases, that tells me something's wrong. And we have you going to the dual diagnosis facility to see, okay, what can I do in my life to change things? Now, I can't send you back because you've got 3 cases in another county. I tried to get our DAs here to reach out to the county, but they couldn't even speak to the other DAs over there. So we're stuck and I can't send you back because they won't take you. So I don't want to just keep you in jail for the sake of keeping you in jail. So we're going to be done today. But if you come back with criminal cases, there's no more catch and release. You understand? Do you realize that I want what's best for you?
Does this guy actually
I like
understand?
you, Mr. Ariel. I do.
I don't
just want what's
think
best
he
for
does.
you. That's it.
I don't think he understands.
I want you to be a loving father to kids if you have any. I want you to work and give them money because that's what fathers do. They give children love, support, a place to live, a place to be able to go get education. That's what fathers do. They're supposed to protect their own. And while you're in jail, while you're out on the street, it's not happening. That's what I want. I'm not asking for much.
Not after.
Any questions? It's okay. You can tell me whatever you want, really. We're friends. You can tell me whatever you want. Don't shy. I really want what's best.
To the fault.
I'd like for you to know maybe from your point of view, these ideas come however they came to you just now. My way of living did not pretend to what you just said. If I may, I'd just like to. Yes, I agree. I do have a family. I'd like to get back to my way of living. That I do agree.
Letting you out today. The only thing I would like when you're out there, think before you act. Before you do something, you need to think, if I do this, am I going to go back to jail? If I say this, am I going to hurt someone? That's all I'm asking you to do. Think before you act. And before you say something. If I say this, is it gonna hurt someone? If I take this, am I gonna get in trouble? If I go talk to this person, are they gonna call the cops on me? That's all I'm asking you to do. We're letting you out today. Just think before you act. That's all I'm asking. You don't have any holds from Como County, but at some point they're gonna come. So you gotta be ready for it. You know, do we have a social worker perhaps that can talk to him or somehow keep him apprised of when the warrants issue?
I can give him my number with my card and I can check on it for you when you call me, Mr. Ariel, that I'll give you my number with my cell phone and you can call and check in with me periodically and I'll let you know if I see any.
If you do that, if you call Lori,
That'll be great.
Okay.
if you call her, she can tell you when the warrants hopefully will issue because it's something you're gonna have to deal with. Okay, Mr. Ariel.
All right, we do need to do plea paperwork or how are you gonna do it?
No, I guess we'll just unset term, right? That way he doesn't have to do anything. Just good luck. Don't come back.
I hope he doesn't come back.
Hi, Nathan.
I have a waiver for a Mr. Hall.
And
Well, I guess I also have one for Smith. There's a debate on whether or not I need one for Mr. Smith.
What's it? Did you ask them to bring him up?
I think it just went.
Okay.
Mr. Smith has a waiver already that might or might not be legible, so we did
Yeah.
a second one.
I pretty much told defense counsel that. So you guys have the original. I went and refaxed the original to them and see if they'll take it. I haven't heard back if they are. So just to make sure we're
Does
not.
it look bad?
The one that's already been sent, you can't really read it. The one that I just sent to them,
Not read his signature?
it's very tiny.
Can you not read the signature?
It's tiny, the text is tiny and it gets lost when it's faxed. And yeah,
It's a probation pre-signed waiver. Don't they already have a copy of it? Why are we sending it to them?
it's a 14-day wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Enlarge it. You can enlarge it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You know?
personally, we shouldn't be sending faxes. It's 2024, scan and email.
Oh,
But
you can do that too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all.
The Mac scanner can send it, or the copy machine.
regardless, we signed a new one just in case.
Yeah. We'll keep the same date.
Let's get the next jail word out.
You have any more THAs?
Yes, Judge, and I have an arraignment.
Oh, can I do this arraignment while we wait?
I'll start, Judge.
That is on page 28. It's Walter, come on up.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. What? Hold on, Miss Walters. They're here. Just hold on. All right, come on up. So this must be Mr. Hall, yeah.
This is Mr. Hall.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Hall. Good morning. Good morning. Or you got it. Okay. So it looks like you're wanted out of the state of Mississippi for motor vehicle felony taking.
Woof.
Are you waiving
And
formal
theft
extradition?
auto.
Sir?
You waiving formal extradition?
Yes, sir.
Grand theft freaking auto. Who would have thought?
And I think he picked up a UUMV here too, right? Is that right? Yeah.
I'll add the word allegedly to that, but he is currently being held for that offense, yes.
Well, it's not alleged that he picked it up. Just
It's alleged that he committed the conduct that allowed him to be picked
good
up.
luck.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you want to bring up Mr. Smith or no? He's the one that we're doing it.
No. There's no need. No. Okay, come up, man. Okay, send him home. I don't believe that for a second. No. Yeah, a new one. Last name was Rob. What was your last name? Okay, Miss Walter, you're charged with assault of a family member. Shh. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. Okay. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. On May 26, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family disturbance. The officer was dispatched and the complainant and the defendant.
I've got just a clip for this one.
But now, I mean, we're just banging.
100%.
But now, I mean, we're just banging.
And it went to the pool located within the apartment complex where they were drinking alcohol. The defendant accused the complainant of being flirtatious with other females at the pool and then struck him in the face with a closed fist, causing pain. The officer saw the complainant to have redness around his left eye, and the lens of the left side of his glasses was missing.
Ms. Walter, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you.
So she was in a bang relationship, and he was a little bit flirty with some of the girls at the pool. There's a lot better ways of dealing with that than freaking going all ham on him like that. Damn. And just looking at her, I can tell it wasn't a light hit.
If I find that you're consuming alcohol or kind of illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Oh, pardon me.
Do we know if he would like to have contact with her or not?
Judge, Rook was completed back in June, and the complainant did say he's okay with contact.
May I say something?
Give me 1 second. I'll let you say your piece. But so as it stands now, there's a protective order that has been issued. I suggest you get to know it, because if you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. I am ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. Remember, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. It's what the other person perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is, and it can get your bond revoked and put you back in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, no more PR bonds if you pick up a new case, violate conditions, consume alcohol. Do you understand?
Yes.
These are your bond conditions. I will talk to you, but I don't want to talk about the case because you have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say about the case, they're going to sit there, type it, and try to use it against you to prove guilt. So you will get the opportunity to say your piece, but you need a lawyer to do it, and now's not the time.
And I asked for a court-appointed attorney because I just had a baby 8 weeks ago.
How old are you, man?
I'm 41.
Okay. Do you work?
No, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I just had a baby.
How many children do you have?
3.
You get support for the 3 children?
My oldest is 19. And then my middle child lives with another relative. So this is my only child at the moment. He's my, Jonathan, Mr. Golden is my sole provider.
So you're married?
Yes.
And how much money does your husband make?
15 an hour, 40 hours a week.
Is that the sole income? Okay, I'll have you fill.
The VA benefit.
So you have to qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. We just don't give them like candy on Halloween. You have to truly qualify, and that means poverty guidelines, the federal poverty guidelines standards. So what we'll do is we'll have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of cars you have, and then I'll take a look to see if you qualify. For now, I will have you sign, Stephen will give you an application. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria. After that, we'll have you meet with Lisa for your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign all the documents, and then we'll take a look. Hi, David Bresson.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say for that.
Matter, maybe a PD.
Okay.
We've approached a couple times. She's the lady that's on probation for second DWI. You wanted her to do inpatient treatment for 30 days. She's kept going.
Oh, is this the one that she was allegedly drinking while she's on probation?
On bond?
Is it the other lady that we hear otherwise, and then they did the residential?
Yeah. They're not accepting her, Judge. And I mean, we have an explanation for the items that are in the TRAS. She's a cashier. She can't just they're saying she skipped all these tests. That was like during the time that she was working. It's one time that they say that she tested positive. She says it was not alcohol. It's like a 0.012 and a 0.011.
I think it's more than just that, David.
No, it's not. I mean, it's
not
not more than this.
I have thousands.
They're not willing to like take her into inpatient treatment. So, I mean, they're willing to do outpatient treatment.
What do you mean they're not going to take her?
They won't take her because number one, because they're saying she doesn't fit the criteria. She hasn't drank in the past 30 days. And number
we had her TRAS.
And number two, she's pregnant. They're not accepting her into inpatient.
They're saying, they're giving her the option to do a community residential program. I guess the companies they're called aren't taking her because of what she's saying. She's been sober for 30 days. And what else did you say?
She's sober for 30 days. They don't want to assume the liability of someone that's pregnant, and they won't accept her insurance. She's gone to all the ones. She's trying. We've been here every day just because we want to get this straightened out. But she's not able to get in there.
Blimey.
She's here, Judge, she can tell you.
So, no, I've heard from her. So, but community residential is different than Sabbath, right?
That was different. So
And
that's when they.
last time we were here, we were talking about doing community residential, right?
I think you wanted her to go inpatient for like a month. They're not able to do that. Not SATA. You weren't talking about SATA.
Santa Maria.
Yes. She's gone there. They won't take it.
She physically went there?
Yes. Yeah, we've actually, either me or Noel's been talking to you about this, like, or William. We've been here like every day. We're trying to get.
This is news to me, David.
No, I
The
understand.
first time I've seen you.
Yeah, no, understand, Judge. She wants to comply with the conditions of probation, but she can't do what they're asking her to do.
Can you call who and try to figure out?
Let me double
You know what I
check.
mean?
Mhm.
A lot of times with people, she was very aggressive and she came to us.
Where's my bumblebee? I know
Okay,
he's
figure out.
still hanging around.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know, was it potentially she aggressive to them? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
she actually, like, the program would be fine for her, but they're not taking her. So I think,
Let me see why.
okay,
Call out, figure out what's going on.
okay.
You know, I'll help you any way we can,
We
right?
just want to
Just
see if we can just do intensive outpatient so that she can,
like to send her for a drug and alcohol test right now while she's here, just to make sure that she's
Sure.
clean. Is she's non-docket or no?
sorry?
Is she on docket today or no?
No, she's not, but she's physically right there.
What's your cause number, do you know?
It's a 2501872.
2501-872?
Yes, sir.
Please, do you mind sending her for a drug test?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we'll send her out. And then, do you have anywhere else to go?
I need to leave, but maybe Noel could stay for a little bit.
Have Zoom. You can always Zoom into.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
know,
Jeff.
I can text you.
Okay.
when She's back and then we get an answer. I can text you. You can pop in through Zoom and then we can do it that way. That way you don't have to stay. We always have Zooms to make it easier for
Sure.
everyone to be able to come back.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge.
I don't know how long it'll take her to get back
Okay.
and to get an answer.
All right. Thank
Let
you.
me
Your
make sure, hold on, let me make sure I have your cell phone. I think I did. The 419.
Yes, 832-419-1729.
Stop.
All right. All right, thank you, Judge. Thank you.
All right, you ready?
Oh, you're just about docked his cell phone number.
Page 14. Office 14.
Felix Iterel, come up.
Felix, my man. You can't miss him, Judge.
Do you have a lawyer today?
Oh, no, sir, I need another month, sir, same month.
Okay, if you want more time, I can do it. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, please.
Next is page 17, Martinez, Caesar.
Caesar Martinez. Oh my God. What's this guy been holding on? Uh-oh. What's got the judge looking sideways?
Mr. Martinez, do you have a lawyer today?
Okay, get one appointment.
What do you do for a living?
Work as a forklift operator.
Who?
Operators make great money.
Yes, I just put my child support kicked in, so it's like they're taking half of my check.
How many kids you got?
4.
4 kids. How much are they taking out of your check?
$260 a week.
So it really comes out of your check? Okay. I love it. That's great. I'm happy to give you a lawyer. I'm happy that you're paying child support. That's great. Because those kids need money. And I'm happy that if you're making a lot of money, you need to give a lot of money to those kids. And I'm happy to do it. I'll give you a lawyer. Happy to do it. Do you mind giving an application? I need to take an application from you then. Okay. All right. I'll have you sign a receipt, Victoria, and then we'll have you take the signature box.
At least he's paying his child support and he's not freaking dead bait.
Okay.
Still got a few in the courtroom.
No,
here.
let's wait for him. Yeah.
All right. Might be time to jump and skip a little.
Mr. D.
Yes, sir, may I approach, Your Honor?
Of course.
Your Honor, I am here on Miss Jalen Moore. Miss Victoria stated that I need to approach.
I'm going to skip that.
How much time is left?
Now, alcohol confirmed.
Delivering alcohol, okay.
So
he was attempting to drive or this is on a scram? Okay. Okay.
Got Mr. Evans online here.
Good morning.
Hey, Daniel, how are you, man?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Happy Monday.
You get my email? Did you get my email?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Did you attach state by chance?
No, I just said that I had gotten a car wreck. I didn't talk about the case.
Oh, no, I haven't looked this morning. Wow, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thursday, right after we sent that email, I got in an accident. So I just sent a picture of the car. Yeah, so
Oh,
nothing
man,
about
that
the case.
sucks. Got into a car accident.
Yeah. But in regards to Mr. Campello, only thing I can say in regards to that scram situation, I just don't know if it's completely accurate because.
Come up, Mr. Pelu.
Do we have the numbers, Judge?
We
what's up?
can't because we have a tamper. So what?
Yes, so, it was told to me that there was a reported tamper at the time listed on there for you. And due to the tamper during that time, there was alcohol detected, but we couldn't get any further levels to it because, due to the tamper, it wasn't a full read. So it's not a confirmed consumption of alcohol, but it possibly could be. There's just no way of telling due to the tamper.
What happened with the tamper? What are you saying happened?
They didn't give me any further information on that. I reached out to them to ask them. They didn't really provide that. They just said that alcohol was detected.
Oh, bullshit.
And
Let's do this. What I'd like to do first thing first is I want to send him for a drug and alcohol test to see what if anything he has in his system. And then in the interim, I'm also going to have her reach out to the Scram people to figure out what more they have, if anything.
I'll do that right now.
So we're going to do both of those things at this point. Mr. Evans, if you'd be so kind, why don't you drop me your cell phone and then I'll text you as soon as we have the stuff back so you can go do anything else that you need to do. Maybe we can reconvene in maybe like 20, 30 minutes. Is that all right?
That's fine.
I would like further explanation of what, a lot of times what happens is people put something in between their ankle and the Scram device so that they can do whatever they want to do,
Well, in regards to that, he blew into he still has to blow into the inner light, even though he's not driving on his car upstairs, and he blew later on that day, and he passed. So I'm not seeing how alcohol could be confirmed that day, and he passed.
Well, then you know what? We can pull those records too. You can see what time he blew upstairs to see whether it coincides with the time they say the alcohol detection was. That's a good idea. And we can kind of reconcile those two to see if they do or not. That's a great idea. We'll do that as well, Mr. Evans.
Okay. Yeah, I think that.
That's a good idea. If he's got an interlock, let's do that. But I'd like to also send him right now. All right. So, Mr. Evans, give me half an hour and I'll text you when we got him back. Okay.
Okay. And the second number is correct. I actually put a 2. It's 19. So I'll put it in the chat.
Got it. I got it. Okay. Thanks, bud.
Thank y'all.
Talk to you soon.
Bingo.
All right, just take a seat for me, sir.
Definitely needs to have the alcohol test. Double check what's in the system, eh? Hey, here we go. Mr. Bumblebee just walked across the screen. Wonder if he's going to come back.
Are you ready for the Spanish CHA?
Yeah.
All right, page 6, Caesar, Julio.
Oh, this is the Caesar fella. Or one of the two Caesars. Apparently he's Spaniel. So. Let's see. He's tidy. I'll give him that. Definitely not as rough as some others who have been today. Jeez.
Mr. Caesar, do you have a lawyer today?
¿Tiene abogado hoy?
No,
No.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
¿Qué está haciendo acerca de? ¿Sí? ¿Qué está haciendo para el correo?
pues no pude conseguir abogado como no he tenido trabajo, le digo. No he tenido los requisitos como para pagar un abogado.
I couldn't get a lawyer because I haven't had the resources to be able to hire one.
He andado buscando.
I have been looking.
What do you do for a living now?
¿A qué se dedica ahorita?
Pues ahorita le he ido así a ayudar por días a mi hermano.
I've been helping my brother out some days right now.
Oh,
Pues,
come on, mate.
Ahorita, gracias a Dios, solo para la comida he podido sacar.
Right now, thank God I've been able to get enough just for food.
Are you a United States citizen?
¿Son ciudadanos estadounidenses?
No.
No.
I'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look at your finances. I need to know everything about you. If you have a car, I need to know. If you have an apartment where you live, how many children, if you have any children, any kind of income that you have in from any source. Don't put just zeros because I'm going to send it right back to you. You understand? I need to know all the expenses you have as well. And then I'll take a look at it, see whether you qualify.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, on page 3.
I saw Bumblebee walk out of the courtroom before, so he must have signed for his lawyer. Must have actually fucking put some numbers down instead of just zeros on that sheet, and has left the building.
So today they still felt it.
Okay. 2501 on both.
I think Judge learned quite fast not to leave his candy out.
Yeah, do we have the results on conference?
Okay, so Mr. Shaw, we're back on you.
What happened?
So just because we do so much, I tend to forget everything, you know. You're charged with fleeing a police officer. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We left off because we were doing probable cause, and I had an issue because it seemed like the cause was kind of conclusory at the time. And do you have anything new?
No, Judge, and I agree with the court.
So, okay, I'm gonna find no probable cause.
Dismissing the case.
Find no probable cause. Be careful when you're out there. It's hard enough as it is. Don't give anyone else the power to even bring more, you know, trouble on your life, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, good luck, okay? No. I'm gonna find no probable cause. You're gonna dismiss it, Michael?
Yes, Judge, already done.
Okay. If you wanna hang on a second, we'll give you a copy of the dismissal, okay?
And also, if I could get
I
the dismissal
agree on
for
that
Iowa.
case.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
That was a mess. There's no way they could have prosecuted that successfully. So I actually agree with that ruling. Let me see if I can find something else. Hang on.
As soon as we get a translator, we can go in the other one.
Page 14.
We got a translator. We got a translator and we got a defendant.
All right, Mr. Jaramillo Jimenez, we are back because I wanted to determine whether there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. We take it seriously, so I want to make sure that if there is probable cause, there is. When we last left, we were inquiring to see if there was more information because it was conclusory at the time. Refresh my memory, please, Alex.
In this case, it was where the officer observed the defendant's vehicle operating without activated, and Mr. Haddad reviewed the body cam and saw that it was without tail lights being activated.
This is in the report, though.
The report just says observing it operate without its lighting equipment activated during the night.
So, Mr. Jaramillo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission, sir?
Resident.
I don't know if you are or not, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter to me. The only thing I'm going to impart to you is that if you're not in this country with permission, and there's any problem with your immigration paperwork, and you go to jail, immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you, and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with, and then shipped off to immigration without the ability to get out. Make wise choices while you're out there in my public, because if I find that you're a danger, if I find that you violate conditions, I will put you in custody. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
No.
You are not allowed to drive whatsoever for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing a promise with me today. This is an affidavit that you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If you drive, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Likewise, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol, no more PR bonds for you, sir.
Bam. Judge made the right call. I was hoping you did with this one. Oh, okay, we go back to Mr. Compton straight out of Chad next. It's not as fun as Mr. Daly, but he's still
All right, I'm gonna
fun.
have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I'll get you to Victoria to sign a reset. We'll get you with Felicia to sign your bond conditions, and then you'll get out of here. Make wise choices while you're out there in my public. Don't endanger my public. Okay, well.
Back. Judge, I believe I check dates here. Was appointed for sitting on the 7th of October. The original plan was 2-week reset to get employment, and then he was gonna be tested 40 days after that date. I don't know what the results are. I think we're a little shy of 40 days still as of now, but so the courts will wait.
Alicia, do you have the results on Compton? Come up, Mr. Compton. Anything else?
Mr. Compton straight out of Chad.
You are not allowed to just smoke weed and do nothing. Do you understand, Mr. Compton? You are still testing positive, and the next time you test positive, you will stay with me. Tell me, what have you done since the first time we've met 40 days ago that you've bettered yourself?
Hey, counsel, get your hand off the mic, please.
What? Prove it.
Yeah, Judge, he showed me his Indeed app. He's got, I don't know, he's probably talked to what, 10 plus employers? How many interviews have you had? I don't think I'll check.
When is the last time you put in an application? Into who?
Can you look at his phone, Judge, at the bench?
Sure.
Okay.
So let's do this. Will, I'd like you to just take a seat. How many applications has he put in? How many dates has he done it with? And I'd like a full breakdown of what he's done in the last 40 days. You know, just other than just smoke weed, what has he done? Willie.
Hi, Judge.
Hey, buddy.
A quick off docket request for you.
Okay, what's your cause number?
253-6312. Mr. Santana. Judge, I was just retained on this. Mr.
We had this gentleman here just past
He was just here
Friday.
So he's got a concern and he's texted me multiple times over the weekend. He's a truck driver by trade. He's actually in Arizona right now as part of his job. His concern is if he gets that call for the random UN, how he handles that. because-
So he will have to go to a Quest diagnostic,
And that's
wherever he is. Right. But understand, I don't want a Punka City Labs. I want like a ASCLD certified Quest diagnostic test that's
fine.
legitimate, and then I'm okay with that. So I don't care where he is in this world, you know? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I don't care as long as it's legitimate, and then I'm happy.
Proof by you that you can do that and then waive his signature.
Yes,
on the
obviously.
change of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping I'll let you know.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care.
Good to see you.
You too. Ray.
Melissa, welcome. Hey, Judge.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning. Your Honor, I have Mr. Hugo Gonzalez on the docket. His appearance was
Oh,
waived.
no.
Okay.
Not Gonzalez.
Brand new case, Judge. Just wanted to see if we can agree to change one of the bond conditions.
Tell me.
One of the bond conditions orders him not to have any contact with anyone from the household. He's wanting to have contact with mom and sister. And just to let you know, Judge, the very next day after my client was arrested, police went back out and arrested dad for allegedly beating on mom. So he's not there. Dad's actually in the Harris County Jail with a ICE hold. And he's the alleged complaining witness in your court.
Ow.
You hear that, Michael? Hugo Gonzalez.
That's rough.
Mr. Gonzalez is charged with AFM on dad. So
correct.
He gets arrested. Our defendant gets arrested. The very next day, cops go back for another assault. And then this time, father, who is the complaining witness in our case, ends up getting arrested on allegedly assaulting wife, right? Ray?
Correct, Judge.
And so now,
and
complaining witness
and what's sad,
in custody.
What's sad, Judge, is I watched the videos and it looks like mom was trying to simultaneously also report the incident that happened with dad, with her husband, but the interpreter, which was little brother, my client's little brother, didn't want to tell the police officer that. He was protecting dad, in other words.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that the true defendant in our case is dad, not Hugo Gonzalez.
Well, no, not exactly, Judge. When the police arrived, they arrived because little brother called to report my client on dad, right?
Oh.
And then mom gets there and says, well, tell him that I want to also make the report about your dad hitting me. And little brother just doesn't translate that to the English speaking officer at the scene. He doesn't clarify that for the officer.
So Ray, what is your ask, just so I'm aware?
Oh, I'm just wanting to see if we can allow my client to have contact with mom. He wants to check in on her from time to time. He's moved out. He'd love to go back home and check in on mom, but you know, if the residence restriction is not modifiable, then we can at least allow him to call mom because he's ordered on the
mom. Does mom want to have contact with Ugo?
She does, yes, Judge. He's still helping her with bills. He's still, you know, sending money to her via, I think, either Zelle
She's
or
not a
or
complaining
Venmo.
witness.
She's not, no.
And I guess, can you verify just that he's still in custody, our complaining witness? If so, then.
He is, Judge.
I checked, yeah, I checked over the weekend. He has court on the 19th. I was wondering if Michael would go up there and rip him on that day. I can always go and remind him.
I mean, we can
He's
have
got
one of
a-
my people.
Right, so we'll have to get approval from the lawyer first, Ray, but
Yeah.
assuming that.
I can
Yeah.
email, if they don't respond, I don't necessarily need their approval. I won't talk about the other case, but we do it as a courtesy, of course.
Don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah,
so.
no, we'll be fine. We'll shoot it.
I'm okay with that, Ray, and I guess I'll modify the MOA. Are you okay if I modify the MOA to allow him?
Can I just check the offense report and make sure there's nothing alleged against the mother, Judge, just so I'm fully aware?
For sure.
Thank you.
Please do. Yes, sir.
So if then there's no issue, I'll allow the contact, and I'll take off the provision with other family members, and then I'll take off the residential restriction as well, Ray.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm just pending what Michael says, and then we'll do it for you.
I'll hang out for a little bit, Judge.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, talk to Mr. Compton, looked at his Indeed app. So actually 10-3, before he came to court, he'd applied to Wendy's, and they're in the process of rescheduling that interview. 10-12, he applied to Truth Barbecue and Whataburger. 10-19, applied to Food Market, Panera, Leaf and Grain. 10-25, applications to Domino's and Einstein Brothers.
Do you not try to like Amazon or Starbucks?
Oh, well, he has experience in the food service industry, so he's trying
So
to do
what?
anything with.
Why don't you try with? You have to set lofty goals, right? You set your vision high. Go for the gusto. Go for the gold. Don't settle for down here. There are companies that are starting out $15, $19, $20 an hour. That's what you want, because that's where you're going to make money. It's fast food, while it is, yes, it is a job, it's not the best thing out there. Set loftier goals for yourself. Start at Starbucks. Go to Amazon. They kill with, if you can get a job there, you're making 15, 17 bucks an hour, and you get great health insurance. That's where you need to start. It's great that you're doing here. Go for loftier goals. When you leave here today, go to Starbucks. Go to Amazon.
Oh, excuse me. So let's just say Amazon would employ him in a heartbeat. And it would be on like $15 or $16 an hour, which is bloody good for the US. It's shit over here, but it's good for the US. Over here, $25 to $30 an hour is basically your minimum. I think New Zealand is like $1.60 or $1.80 to $1 US. So yeah. We haven't seen how he goes with you. Or she goes with you today. Huh. He hasn't actually locked anyone up today. So far, that's good news.
You know what? Let me put this.
I'm going to try and stream tomorrow's Judge Fleisher courtroom live from my car on the job site, but no promises it's actually going to be a coherent stream.
Target 1975 an hour, nearly 20 bucks an hour.
Bingo.
Target.
Why don't you go to Target, bro? There's good monies. That is
Here,
super
I'm gonna
good
see if I
money.
can print this out.
That is
I don't know.
brilliant money, actually.
The effort is there, Judge.
While the effort's good, it could be better. You need to go to better places. I'm gonna try to print stuff out. On your phone, you need to Google highest paying hourly jobs. And that's where you start your search. And when you go to an interview, how do you look when you go to an interview? Do you look like this? What do you do? Okay.
I can't hear him 'cause he's
Perception
so far
is
away from the
reality.
mic.
If you look like a thug, they're going to treat you like a thug. You're coming to court, and look how you dress when you come to court. You're supposed to be better than that. If you come to me like this here and we're a judge and this is jails right there, that tells me that you have absolutely no respect. Are you dressing the same way with trying to get a job? If you are, it's not going to happen. You take a shower, you comb your hair, you shave, you put on nice clothes, you try to talk well, because that's who's interviewing you. Smell good, because if you go in there and you smell like a small farm animal, it's not going to go well. This is what you need to do to get a job. And this is what you do to get a good job, because that's how you get a job where you can move up in the world. When you apply at like a Burger King and McDonald's, there's no advancement. That's what you want. You understand? Perception is reality. So when you go there, you need to look like you're gold, and then they're going to hire you. This, you'll get nowhere in life. I'm bringing you back in another 2 weeks. I want to see what you've done. Start with lofty goals. Starbucks, Target, Amazon. Do you understand? Make me proud. Come on, Mr. Compton. You can do it. All right.
Hey, Judge.
More. Hey, can you give that to him? It only printed part of it, I think, not the whole thing. But he knows, you know what to Google now. Google highest hourly jobs, and then you're going to get a huge list. That's what you want to hit. All right? Okay.
Let's see what else.
Be revoked as if he goes to Tennessee. So he's thinking that if he stays in Harris County, then there wouldn't be a probation, or there wouldn't be a revocation. But if he goes to Tennessee.
But I can't, I mean, it's if they want him, they want him. I can't prevent Tennessee from taking him, right?
And he understands that now. Now he gets it. And so
Let's see, what if they don't come?
that's his hope.
It's happened before, so, okay.
That is his hope. But that's it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse. Thank you.
And my
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here, Mr. Humberto Gonzalez. He's been approved for the PTI. We just need to get the, we have the contract. We just need to get the interlock installed. Can we get 1 week, Your Honor? Thank you.
You've done the TRAS and everything's done?
Yes, which.
1 week? Sure. What say you on Ray's case?
I checked over this board, Judge. I don't see any indication.
No? Okay. You're okay with it?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So you mind printing out on bottom of 11? Hugo Gonzalez, can you print out the moment, please, so we can. So, no, you can check with who, the probation officer? Yeah, can you, I guess, can you reach out to them and see the time that he tested presumptively here, right? Can you see when the nearest?
The crash happened back in April, Your Honor. I have been working with HPD pretty consistently on this case. I've spoken to my division chief about it. I'm very close to making a decision in terms of.
Still no.
I'm very close, Judge. There's a couple of things that my division chief pointed out that I could follow up on, which I'd like to have a for sure answer on those items before I make a decision, but I.
What's the last name again?
It's.
It's Bijaro, Judge, Bijarro.
It's getting old and I certainly understand
What-
that, Judge, but.
What are you waiting on?
So HPD vehicular crimes did not make it out to the scene of this crash because it was a delayed fatality. So there is a primary officer with vehicular crimes that has been working it. He was looking for a witness for a couple of months who he recently located just for help us for wheeling an operation. Really what it comes down to for the upgrades causation, Judge, and I'm hoping to speak to the other driver. I didn't have his name for some time, but it was a Lyft driver. My complaint was the rear passenger. Just to see, was he stopped on that roadway? Was he having a vehicular issue? It sounds like he gave slightly inconsistent statements to the police. So once I have that conversation with him, I'd like to get some additional Lyft records.
How's that going to impact causation? I mean,
Whether or not he was also stopped and moving in the traffic, Judge, I think that's something important for the intox man, unfortunately. I'm toying with an FSRA as well, but I'm just not quite there. But obviously I understand what the age of the
so
case.
how much longer is it going to take?
If you could give me 30 days, Judge, I think I can have an answer.
It's,
I know. But I'd rather not set this for trial or make a lax decision quickly.
Let's jump again. That was just administrative, really. I'm going to see if I can try and live stream.
Sorry, Judge, it was freezing on me. I couldn't get in.
it's okay. What's going on, man?
So I got appointed a new one. I was down there earlier, and I guess I just got a late one. It's on Cesar Martinez. It looks like it's tampering, I believe.
Yes, it is
Cesar
tampering with a device.
Come up, Mr. Martinez. Come up. Stephen, do you mind getting Mr. Martinez's cell phone, please?
Yeah.
Mr. Martinez, that is Greg on the TV. He's been appointed to represent you. If you mind, just.
I'm going to give him my number. Your Honor.
I'm going to chat it to you. I'm going to chat you his cell phone. Thanks. Okay.
Got it.
That is
Thank
the
you.
lawyer that we've given you to represent you. You must stay in contact with him. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't violate the law. Don't pick up any new cases and stay in contact, and then we're all happy. Do you have any questions? Okay, we will have you sign a reset. Then when you leave here, you guys have to get in contact. He's going to reach out to you. You guys talk about the case. You have to today. Okay? Vic, you want to do a day for Mr. Greg? This is Cesar Martinez.
Yes, how's December 17th to the 19th?
Sounds good.
19 it is.
And is this just a plate state? Just because I haven't seen anything yet? I'm assuming it is.
Yes, it's just a tag, yes, temporary
Okay.
tag.
Is discovery complete or no?
Let me check, Your Honor. Looks like, yes, everything is shared with defense.
Do you have an offer?
Your Honor, let me. We have a 30-day PTI offer on.
Okay, 30-day PTI, Greg.
Okay, I'll, once I'm in the portal, I'll check it and I'll talk to Mr.
No,
Martinez.
no rush. Okay, all right. We'll have you sign a reset and good luck.
And I sent him a text, so Mr. Martinez should have my number.
Got it. Okay, thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Fun.
Thanks.
Right.
She's getting tested, right? Oh, no, there's David.
Yes, sir.
So I guess what we're gonna end up doing, I sent her for a drug and alcohol test. The drug came back negative, but they didn't do the alcohol test, and that was my primary concern. Assuming she's negative, we'll do the IOP and SOP.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
But I'm gonna tell you now that we will use the facility as a sanction. So if she were to ever again test positive for alcohol, I don't care what the excuse is, I'm gonna amend it for her to go into inpatient. And we're gonna do it immediately. None of this takes 30 days and then that's why we can't get you in because they won't accept her because it's been 30 days too late, you know?
Understood.
So just, let her know that absolutely no tolerance, huh?
I understand.
Okay?
Okay,
Thanks, bud.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks for being patient too.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye.
Real good. We've got some fun approaching. Yeah. Should heat up soon. Just looking at the average defendant who's up next.
Did you have a plea, Antonio?
Yes, sir.
On who? Ford?
Ford.
He's really unhappy. I think we need to do it because he's hungry. He's like banging like crazy. So I think we need to do it so he can get down and get some food.
Okay.
Judge, here are the ones that I have 2 dates. The first 3 on here are the ones that were confirmed by the last, all of them except for the stuff in the glasses, but as of now.
Those are so far the benzo ones? Okay, got it.
And then I'm still reaching out to them, so they get back to me about.
Got it. Okay.
And she said that she should report the last rule that on that end is at 125, so that would be prior to the temper. Yes,
When was the last blow?
The last thing I see is at 125.
That's PM. What's the subsequent blow after that?
There isn't one from what I can tell.
What? So he's in violation? He's supposed to blow every day?
I don't know how to.
Okay, so
I don't get the full report for this much until this.
So we need to know on a blow schedule. Because a lot of times there's a schedule where it's supposed to blow. Okay, you blow at, you blow at 7 in the morning, you blow at noon, you blow at 4, 8, and then you blow again. And then sometimes it's not, it's just whenever you try. I don't
I
know.
saw the monthly reports, but it's like this month on it. This is just for the 29th.
Donnell Evans there is like Just hurry up, get my shit over and done with, mate. I want to get out of
We're
here.
talking about your guy now, Mr. Evans.
Okay.
Looks like he blew at 1:30. And then our tamper was at 2:25. He doesn't do, and he doesn't do any blows after that.
Okay.
We know that he has a positive. They know that there's a tamper, but they can't tell what the tamper is. The only person who really knows what the tamper is Mr. Akinpelu. So they can't, because of the nature, they can't tell what he exactly did. All they know is that there's a tamper, and in the tamper, there's also a test, and there's also positive for alcohol. Because of the tamper, they can't tell how much of an alcohol there was, essentially. So I tried to do what you were saying, right?
Right.
But there's just no blow. He never takes a blow. I don't know if he's on a blow schedule. I don't know if he only blows when he's driving. But bottom line, I don't even think he's supposed to be driving, right? He's not even supposed to be driving.
He wasn't. I think he just blew into the machine, but I don't know. He's to the point of tears. He's adamant that he doesn't know what's going on, and he said,
the problem is that it's.
I just don't. I don't understand how this temper. So once he tampers, if he has alcohol in his system, from DWI, shouldn't it stay in the system for almost a couple of hours? So when he tests dirty later on that day, like how does he temper for alcohol and then it subsides from the rest of the day?
Only he knows. I don't know. All I know is that, we have a tamper, alcohol's detected. And the thing is that it's not the first time. He's repeatedly, where's Mr. Akinpelu? Is he here?
I think he's still waiting to come back from his drug test.
It's a repeated, how many bond violations do we have on Mr. Akinpelu?
I should have it on the screen, but I don't have any.
I think he has only one bond violation, but he was not supposed. So this is a bond violation upstairs, but this is not a bond violation.
Yes, reported on the 27th, and it was the curfew violation, and then our manager is still on that same report, reported the alcohol device.
No, and the curfew violation was, I think, like 8 minutes, which is a violation.
And then, I tell you, when we had him for his DWI with us,
right,
and then with his tamper, he had nothing but violation after violation after violation. It's over and over. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I understood the process with the tamper a little more so I can put forth the.
You need to ask him. Only he can tell you. We don't know.
He's
impossible.
He's adamant that he was not drinking. He doesn't even understand how the tamper occurs. He's adamant to say, I haven't been drinking. He said, I don't want to go back to jail. So he has a job. He's working. He left his position once he found out about this bond violation. So yeah, I'm unsure.
A lot of times we're just in the dark about what the violations are because we just don't know. A lot of people fool the system. They try to put something on their leg, in between the legs, so that they can consume, right? Or they will move it around in an effort to ensure that there's no contact with the probes of the device with the skin. I don't. All I know is that we have a tamper, and that there's alcohol.
Yeah.
Mr. Evans, give me a second. Let me just do this plea real quick. And then,
okay, no problem, sir.
Just so you know, we're also having a problem with capturing this thumbprint.
Real quick, Judge. I'm going to take a step for today. Carl Warner, we have a case worked out for a dismissal. We were seeing if we could roll it to like Thursday Wednesday or Thursday. I was appointed today, but he just has to take a decision-making class. I'm gonna go to the jail with him and try to take that class if I can.
He's in custody now?
Yes, Judge.
You want to bring him here so we can do it here so you don't have to go to the jail?
I do that tomorrow. Well,
That way you just kind of sit the computer there? Of course not. Why? That's silly for you to have to go all the way to the
I don't
jail.
mind going to jail. The only problem is sometimes the connection
No,
is.
that's just,
You can do it.
Yeah,
Want to
of
tomorrow and
course.
I can, that would be.
Yeah. Anything to make it easy, you know? Of course. Okay, what is his name? Oh, Mr. Ford.
Ford, George Ford.
Hey, man, what's with the banging? What's with the banging? You know, the thing is that you're hungry, you're banging, you're using more energy. You're gonna make yourself more hangry.
I'm sorry.
No? You, not, you're hangry, as they say, like my kid, my 2-year-old kid. Yet he still won't eat. All right, Mr. Ford, let's see. Let's look at you up. Okay, so Mr. Ford, you're
Wow, Mr. Ford. Working up the appetite with all the banging, eh? And it's not exactly the dirty kind of banging.
charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. It looks like you guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 180 days in jail, and there is credit for the 6 days that you've done. Is this true or is this untrue? Is this what you want to do? Okay. It also looks like you have a prior. Is it? I don't even know. Oh, you have a prior unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, right? It's for jurisdiction purposes. That's all it is. I mean, what the heck is this? Did you see the enhancement? I've never seen it like this before. It says, before the commission of the offense alleged above on May 29th, 2014, in cause number 1956847, County Court at Law number 1, the defendant was convicted of an offense under section 30.04 of the Texas Penal Code. I've never seen them just do a penal section instead, opposed to what the actual offense is. Have you seen that before?
I have not, Judge, but when I read it, I thought it was fine. I mean, it still lists that that is a section for BMV, so it gives the cause number, the date, the court. So just.
I've never seen it like that.
I've never
I
seen
wonder
it
why they
either.
did it like that. Is that sufficient?
I believe it is sufficient, Judge. It gives the penal code number, the clause number, the date, the court that it's in.
Let me make sure. This is a big deal, Mr. Ford, because you got to understand that you can only have a certain number of BMVs, burglary for motor vehicles. But the problem is that if you continue to do it, they can enhance you to a felony. And then you're looking at years instead of days. The more BMVs you have, when you hit a certain one, then it's a felony. It used to be 4. Is it now? I think it's now 3, right?
I believe so, Judge.
Let me make sure, because now with this one, this now makes 2. Your next one, you're looking at a serious felony. Well, I hope not, but you got to know what you're facing, because, forewarned is fair warned. You got to be on notice of it.
I'm aware.
Yeah. 30.04 is burglary of a motor vehicle. Right. Okay. So is it true that you had the prior BMV, right? Okay. So you're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement, Mr. Ford. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So remember, after today, you ever pick up another BMV, you're looking at a lot of time.
And he fucking pled to it? Holy shoot. That's gonna hound him forever.
In prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of this case? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will send it to you to the agreement. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. True to book enhancements, and good luck to Mr. Ford. We're gonna get you down quick so you can go eat, okay?
Just so that in open court, the defendant knows, there is a felony. The felony prosecutors are reviewing it to see if they're gonna be dismissing it. He does have court up there in 3 days,
Okay.
and possibly dismissal, they're gonna consider it.
Is it another car case?
It's an evading with previous, Judge, evading on foot with previous, so.
See, same thing here. With the prior evading, the prior evading you had, now this new one, boom, you get hit with a felony charge. Same thing now with the BMP. You gotta watch out. Okay? All right, good luck. All right, thank you, Antonio.
Judge, I have an idea.
Shoot.
Being that he's supposed to be on bond for the upstairs felony for DWI, and he's under your provision as well, could we do a more, I guess, substantial test that goes back further? And if he comes back with any alcohol in the system over the past couple of months, we revoke him. I would just hate to. I would hate for a tamper, because I'm Googling it now, and I see other people have said that they have issues. Can we do like a hair test or a fingernail test? And if it comes back with any alcohol over the last couple of months, we revoke them, and if not,
I don't know if
That's that
a
part.
hair follicle test, I don't know if they'll test for alcohol.
No, it doesn't.
You know,
yes, it would-
it only, I don't know.
Okay.
Is he
I'm
coming?
trying to think of a way. I don't know.
No, but where is he?
Oh.
We need him back. Is he still there?
I got a note saying that they sent him on his way. He tried to report upstairs to probation. I don't know why. But he should be on his way back. That was entered at 12:04, so I'm not sure if he's with probation right now or where he is, but he's done with us, so he should be back there.
I'm calling them right now, Your Honor.
I guess, Michael, what we'll do is we'll just do more strict supervision. I'll have him come and test all the time now to make sure he's not using. I'm gonna have him come twice a week to take drug and alcohol tests.
Issue, judges, I'm very worried for the safety of the community here. I mean, he's on 2 concurrent probations for DWI thirds. He's not supposed to drive. He's not supposed to
So what are you
drive.
doing? That's not my purview, All I know, I understand your position. I don't understand why felony court's hasn't done anything, the only thing I can do is just supervise him more. I'll just have him come twice a week to test. If he's telling me he's not, okay. And I'll do absolutely strict, Mr. Evans, I'm gonna have him test like crazy. I'm gonna have him come now twice a week to test. If he ever tests again, I'm gonna make it,
No, I understand completely.
I mean, I'm not happy with him, and this is like, we have a lot of history with him, a ton of history with Mr. Akingpelu, and it's always the same thing. Every time he's here, with whatever case it may be, and we're now working our 1, 2, 3, 4th case with him, there's at least every case, bond violations, and I can show you the history every single time. We literally have to jail him over and over because he's always violating one reason or another. And it's always this, woe is me. I did nothing.
I understand completely, Your Honor. I understand your position. I just wish we had something more clear than this. That's all I'm saying.
Twice a week. I don't know what's worse.
I'll leave my felony too and see if maybe they can talk to Judge up there.
Okay, so that's what we'll do, Mr. Evans. I'm gonna have him come here twice a week to test with us, and just please, have some kind of come into whatever.
Right. I understand completely. I understand your position. I will talk to him.
3 strikes, you're out.
Okay, so I'll call him and tell him he needs to come back and check it.
He needs to come back here to re-sign bond conditions, though. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Well, but we need to let him know what he's got to do. Okay. Yeah, so every day he comes here 8:30 in the morning to test, and then he goes. Right. Monday and Thursday. Every Monday, Thursday, he takes a drug and alcohol test. Okay.
Thursday?
Yeah. And then if you want to go ahead and set Mr. Jones for Thursday as well.
All right. So we're just about done with this day of court. I am going to.
Who's this gentleman in the shorts over there?
Judge, this is Mr. Forrest, he was THA, and he just showed us late. Page 10.
I think we're going to have one more, and then that'll be that.
What do you want? Oh, I see. Oh, there.
Judge, for thought, they sent over this medication, I asked for that to be.
Hold on, I can't.
Are you ready for page 10?
No. I'm granting this.
Okay.
So if you're gonna call someone.
I'm just getting ready for my shift. Start at midnight, so yeah.
Is there anything else that we have to do? That's it, we're done?
Forrest was the last one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Montgomery.
Yes, so he failed to provide a sample about 15 minutes ago.
All right, so I think we're done.
Came back, positive THC.
Well, almost done. And we've got one more guy to go from the looks of this. So
Come up, Mr. Forrest.
where have I heard that name before? Not his first rodeo.
Not happy with you. When does court start?
It was hard. It was hard to get here. I've been homeless. Can't really find a job. I've been trying. Just a little crazy, but
Mr. Forrest,
I made it.
this is not your first time acting like this. I've also had to reinstate your bond once before, and now you're coming here in shorts as well. You come after 12. In life, when you put your heart, your soul, your being, you can do anything in life. That's what's so great about this country, as opposed to if you live in North Korea, you live in other parts of this world where you're restricted from even accessing the internet.
Haven't seen this.
You have this unfounded sense of entitlement where just
So I tried to get here. I didn't. It was real hard to get here. I've been living on the streets. You see, I got shorts on and stuff. I've been wearing these clothes every day.
Having your life here.
It's just me. I've been homeless.
Where's mom and dad? Mom?
Yeah, but she got a boyfriend, so we don't want nobody to come by her. It's just.
So you just don't want to go over there, I guess that's what it is.
No, she got a boyfriend, so.
So?
He don't, I guess he just want my mama to himself or something. I don't know, but I've been calling my mom. I'll be like, but I'm not about to really beg her, because I don't want to look at me like that. Like, just like I just need you that bad. So
But you do. But you do. Sometimes in life, you have to tuck your tail between and not try to man up when you ain't got nothing. It's better to go home where you have a roof over your head, and 9 times out of 10, I bet if you got a job and you came home and you gave your mom a little bread and a little help, it would go a long way, because this is what talks, not the shit that comes out of your mouth, and where you just go home and you fight with the boyfriend and you fight with whoever it may be. No one is going to give you anything in life, Mr. Forrest. You got to earn it.
No. That's what I'm trying to do.
Using the street as an excuse when you have a place to go to doesn't fly.
No, I didn't have a place to go to.
You can always go home to mom.
That's not what happened.
What else do you have in your life besides your mother?
I'm from New Orleans. I don't really know how I ended up here, but I've been here for so long. It was a time that I stayed in country before. I was with this girl named April. She lied and said that I hit her and all this. And then I was right here, and remember with the man, he lied and said I didn't pay him. And then I went to jail. He arrested me and sent me to the back. And then it came back that I was telling the truth. And then it was over and stuff. And I was with that girl. She used to sit back there in the back with me all the time in court every day. That was that time. But I was wrongly accused that time.
That's not what I see.
From the last charge?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My records show the complete opposite of what you're saying. But regardless, that doesn't matter.
I got a lot going on, so I'm just trying.
How do you have a lot going on when you're just on the street?
I'm still in the street. That's why it took me all to get here.
So tell me what's going on.
I don't know. It's like people don't like me or something. I apply for every job all around the world. I don't get it. I put on my little best clothes and still a little dirt. I button it all the way up. I come in and I speak nice, and I just can't get no job. I don't know what's going on.
I know exactly what's going on.
But do you see?
I know 100% what's going on. His attitude is going on. His goddamn attitude is going on. That's why he can't get a job no matter where he applies. That's why he's on the street. That's why it took him a lot of time to get to court. And Mr. Clocken is just lucky judge has taken him.
See the way that you're acting to me? Look, what I'm trying to tell you is that perception is reality. If you walk in and you walk in smug with the air of entitlement, meaning that you're greater than everyone.
That's not me.
You came in here to me like this, and I'm a judge. You're supposed to show as much respect to a judge as you can, because your literal life is in our hands. If I wanted to, I could throw your ass in jail now and make your bond $50,000.
That's crazy.
But that's reality. And what I'm trying to impart to you.
Last night I was like, what's going on? All of a sudden, your YouTube popped up on my phone. I was like, what? I was like, oh no.
If I drug test you now, what's gonna show up?
Yeah.
What else?
I was like,
What else?
that's it.
I'm gonna send you right now.
I don't believe him.
I'm gonna send you. What
don't
I
think-
find,
I
Mr.
don't think
Forrest, that a
that's it.
lot of people prefer to live on the streets for two reasons. Number one, and most importantly, they don't like to live rules that mom or dad make in a house. Number one, bless you. Number two, people like to use. And they like to use either alcohol
I'm not
or illegal drugs.
I'm not a
And the
drug-
problem is that doesn't jive with where you're living at home. They don't want to see it. They'd rather kick your ass out on the street than have to deal with that.
I think.
If you really want a job, give me one of those flyers, will you please?
That's all I'm trying to do. I don't be doing nothing wrong out here.
Well, come on, then I'm giving you,
Other people.
Mr. Forrest, I'm gonna give you the opportunity now. We have a workshop. It's this weekend, right?
Giving
This
him one
weekend?
chance.
Huh?
One chance only.
Yeah. This weekend, I
Mhm.
have a fair coming up. If you want a job, there's gonna be loads of people with jobs to give you right there.
It'll be like a guaranteed job so I can work every day. Cause I don't want to be outside all the time. I would like something that's just stable, you know, at least 10, 12 hours a day.
Beggars can't be choosers, Mr. Forrest. You get what they have. I don't know what they're gonna have, but you have to be ready to accept whatever they have to offer. And that's it. You're not gonna be a rocket scientist. Don't expect a science type salary. You get what they have. The problem is that you gotta show up. And if you come with this attitude that I live on the streets, so I'm not gonna show up to work at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna show up to work at 11. That doesn't jive. So if you want a job, you have to act like you are gonna have it. You're gonna show up on a daily basis, on time, not smelling like a brewery. You take a shower, you smell good, you wear nice clothes. But do you think if you go to a job looking like this, how do you think it's gonna go? You're coming to court and you should be looking at or near your best when you come to court. Looking like this with the excuse that you're on the street. Come on, man.
Doesn't fly.
If you want a job, this is the place to get it. I am now giving you the opportunity, Mr. Forrest.
It's a guarantee that
Nothing is guaranteed in life but death and taxes, my friend. There is no freaking guarantee. You want a back rub too? Show up. If you show up and you look like $1 million, good things will happen for you.
You want a back rub?
Show
too?
up.
Yeah,
take
get
a
under my
shower,
foot. I'll give you a
dress nice, brush your teeth, and things will go well. I'm going to be there too, Mr. Forrest. I'm going to be out there helping as well. There's no excuse.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Do me one more favor. Don't come back in shorts again.
Sorry, last time when I came, I had my boots on, my shirt buttoned up, you know, I was clean that day.
I'd already revoked your bond. You know that, right? I had already issued a warrant for your arrest. You're lucky that I hadn't left because otherwise your butt would be sitting in jail. So next time when you come to court, it starts at 8:30. Don't wear shorts. It's a complete sign of disrespect.
I'm not trying to disrespect.
I'm going to reinstate your bond now. I will give you an application for an appointed lawyer. It's now nearly 1 o'clock. Everyone's gone. You're going to have to bring it back. I'm going to set your case off for a couple weeks. Show up to this job fair. Because if you do, hopefully good things will happen for you.
I've just been waiting. Actually, I've been waiting on the opportunity.
It's in your hands.
No, I don't know if I'm coming off as like something wrong with something. That's the complete opposite. Like I'm really out here trying. Like too many people don't try. Like I'm really trying. I ain't give up yet. I be laying on the ground every day and I'm trying. I ain't never give up.
Use my list of people.
It's over.
Mr. Forrest, I have a list of people that I'm expecting to show up on this program. Your name's now going on it.
What's going to happen if he don't show up? It's going to be, yeah. It's going to be like this.
You'll be stuck like Chuck until this thing is over. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I will send you home with an application for an appointed lawyer. We will see you back in 2 weeks. I'm sending you for a drug test now because I want to know what, if anything's going to test. If you don't test, I will revoke your bond. Next time, come on time. You understand? Okay, all right.
Judge, you want to tell Jeff we're going to 2 weeks as well?
No, I want to know what the results are now, like today. And then if it's something that I hope not, we'll get a hold of Mr. Forrest and be sooner. All right, good luck. See you on Saturday.
I think that was our last case.
I think we're done.
No,
Oh, wait, we got one more, Mr. Montgomery.
we do have one more. Oh,
Mr. King,
Yes, Your Honor.
can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me, Judge?
Gotcha, loud and clear. All right, we sent him for a drug test. What did he, if anything, did he test positive for?
Is
Is that it?
Yes.
All right, no more. I will test you 40 days from today. I'm making it a condition of your bond that you're not to use marijuana at all. Do you understand? Yes or no? If you use today, again, and I don't care if you come in here, tell me that they were in a car and everybody else was smoking, whatever the excuse may be. If I test you again, you test positive, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? You are to stay in school full-time and graduate as well. You're not to have any contact with the complaining witness on this case, and not to be in possession of weapons, and not to go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. If I find that you have any contact with them, you got any weapons, you pick up a new case, likewise, I will put you in jail. I will protect every person of Harris County, no matter who's in front of me. You understand? You're walking on thin ice. If that ice breaks, your butt will freeze. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with counsel. He's here online, if you can see. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will revoke your bond. So what we're going to do, Mr. Keene, is we will set this case over for about 40 days, a little bit over.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we will test him again on his return. And if he tests positive again, that tells me that he's continued to smoke weed, and down goes the bond.
Understood.
I don't think I've done anything else or anything that's just unreasonable. I just want him to stay out of trouble and not smoke weed while your brain is developing. And if you do too much, I'm trying to talk to you. Your brain is still developing. And if you do too much damage to it, you could become paranoid, have a psychosis, or do some permanent damage that you can never recoup from. We are trying to prevent that from happening. And we're trying to prevent you from picking up any more criminal cases. Because I'm going to tell you now, life doesn't get easier the older you get. It becomes more difficult. And the more criminal cases that you have, the more difficult life is. Do you understand, Mr. Montgomery? Okay. All right. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you then sign with a pretrial date.
December 16th.
December 16th-ish, or whatever day that week you want. It's yours.
16th is
No
great,
Friday,
Judge. The 16th works perfectly, Your Honor.
Done. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming back, Mr. King.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
No one else is there.
Who else is there?
Oh,
Oops. We do have someone.
November 12th to September.
tienes que regresar a Wede
November 12th.
el 12 de noviembre. Tienes que regresar aquí. Tu abogado no está aquí, está en otro condado. So tienes que regresar ese día aquí y vas a conocer tu abogado. ¿Ok? Vas a firmar papeles. What's the last name again?
Benavides. Oh, his name, I'm sorry, Caesar.
Last name is Caesar?
Mm-hmm.
Did we do conditions on Mr. Caesar?
He was PHA today.
So he already has conditions? Let me see.
Last name is Caesar.
Yeah, last name is Caesar.
I have conditions from September 30th.
Ok. No puedes violar las condiciones de la corte. Si lo haces o si tú sacas nuevo caso, te pongo en la cárcel, no vas a tener fianza gratis de nuevo. ¿Entiendes, Méndez? Ok, para allá. Ok. Tu abogado va a estar ahí y lo van a poner en el círculo ahí, para que tú lo puedes llamar si quieres. All right, guys, we're done. Oh, Mr. Akinpelu. Can you explain to Mr. Akinpelu that there's no tolerance? He'll be tested. He'll be required to come Monday and Thursday for testing. Any violation, I don't care how small it is, the bond is going to be like just astronomical. Okay.
Texas from Friday. One of my supervisors reached out first.
Well, damn it, no win on the Melbourne Cup today.
Didn't have, they did have some check to allow that for me.
Yep.
So sitting in there. So they're
I think that's it, people. Bingo. Yeah, I don't know whether it'll be tomorrow's court at law number 5 or the day after. So one of these days I'm going to attempt to live stream it from my job site, because I really don't have a lot of stuff to do around the job site, and yeah, my only issue with it is it does start up quite close to when I finish the job, so it makes things a little bit harder to juggle time-wise. So, yeah, that being said, I will catch you on the next stream. I'm not sure whether I'm going to continue streaming this here or whether I'm going to go to Twitch and stream it in the future, but for now, I'll try and stream it here. And I know it looks like I'm looking down, but that's because the camera's like way above my head. All right. Love you all. I'll see you on the next one.